birthday.
I told him a lot of people
He had the script. Watch when he comes back, he gonna have a big smile on his face. He's gonna be like, "Hey man," he gonna be really happy. He's getting a happy ending today.
Good for Z. Good for Z. What's up, Cuddy?
Yo, what's good, my boy?
Chilling.
Ray was good. Swerve was good. Swerve, T-Rex. What's up, fellas, man?
T-Rex, what's going on? What's going on, Rex? What's going on?
What up, man? Chilling? How y'all living?
What you been up to? I know that, I know your birthday was last week, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know you.
Oh, last Wednesday. Yo, me neither, for real.
I know y'all.
I was like,
well, we know every year. Last year I didn't know y'all was a week apart.
Yo, me neither, bro. I don't know why I didn't peep it. This year was the first year I peeped it, bro. I'm like, wait a minute. This shit is literally a week after mine? Yeah. That's crazy. One of the homies, Sus One, used to be having a little Halloween man.
Yeah, where you gonna have it at?
It was on 18th Street.
I gotta pull up.
Yeah, I'll definitely. Yeah, I'll send you.
I'm sure CL gonna go. Him and
yeah, probably.
Them, the both of them went to school together. I believe college.
Yeah, it's the Westchester boys.
Yeah.
Word up.
Hey, so has anybody heard anything about what's exactly going on with DJ Clark Kent? Because I know they reported that shit wrong, but he going through something though, huh?
Cancer, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Stage 4.
Damn.
Stage 4? That's like it's going down type shit, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
yeah, man.
Guys, yesterday, Raymond, I was like, what? Raymond reporting wrong? Because I went to search. I ain't see nothing about no dying. I ain't seen.
I didn't report. I asked the question. Go back and look at the text. I didn't report. I asked the question.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I saw somebody post this morning, like, stop the rumors.
Yeah.
Like, his family's not. Like,
you got to change. You got to change that narrative, Swerve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word. That's the narrative right there that got people talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
You heard what Swerve said? Yeah, Raymond out there reporting wrong. Nah, motherfucker, I asked a question. I asked a question.
I said what you said.
No, that's what you said out your mouth right now. Raymond out here reporting wrong. Said no. I asked the question. Go back and check the text again.
I said when you reported it, I'm like,
yeah,
I don't see anything anybody talk about it, because usually, I mean, I know all the people that around in the circle, so I'm like, I didn't really see anything or hear anything, because I would have got notified. Like the J Hatch thing, I knew that because I know exactly. I've been at J Hatch's events, and actually when I seen that, I actually called his partner, which is a producer, but he didn't pick up. I wanted to know if that was true, and I seen it from his page, and I called him directly, but he didn't pick up. And then I called somebody else that knew, and then it was like, yeah, okay, just confirming. But I don't never all the people, whether I know them or whatever, I don't never, even if I got pictures of them, I don't know. I just don't never put up pictures of. If I do, it probably be a year later after, maybe around a time. But I don't never post. I don't do that. I don't post or say anything online.
What was that line Cole said? It said if you didn't give them their flowers while they was alive, don't post no pictures when they gone.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing of like, a lot of people I know that been around, whatever. I got pictures. I don't post it. I just like, probably around their birthday time or something, then I might post, or, like something like that. But I don't do it when that's just like people. I never understood how people. I said, if I was in a hospital And many times I've been down on my luck, but no one knows. Like, I don't post if you're in the hospital. I take a picture of yourself in the hospital and all this. I don't get it. There's certain things you just gotta keep to yourself. Yeah. I mean, people want people to know and get likes or sympathy or whatever, attention. But I'm like, you need to focus on healing yourself and or just take the time to do what's going on. Like, you don't need to let the world know what's up. Who knows, and later on,
Yeah, we definitely in a time of way too much oversharing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just trip more or less too. I think aside from that, like, why people run to the internet like instantly with that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
they want.
If I'm in the hospital down bad, all I need is like the people that like are directly near me. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
motherfuckers
be posting their wristband and shit like that. Like, bro, lay down, cuz. Like, why are you posting that? Yeah, like,
that ain't the VIP band, dummy. What you doing? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that or family members, or family members taking a picture of you in the hospital. I'm like, yo, I would be first one. Like, yo, don't take no pictures of me and or post anything like that. Like, don't post something of me. You know what I mean? Doing bad or whatever. I'm not doing it. You don't do it. I don't. Oh, and they might, but yo, man,
raise up a swerve.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, to me, I find that because I say that's fake love. Why you can't give me love when everything's all good? People give you love when things are down. No, you should get love around the clock, whether it's good or bad.
Miss Jeannie, what you think, Miss Jeannie? Because I know I think you tell a different story though, huh, Jeannie? Because you was kind of making people aware.
Well, yeah, it's definitely bless up everybody. It's definitely about awareness, but my question to you guys is that you don't feel, because you have fans, you have supporters, and so on and so forth. You don't feel that could help you heal or help you to get over the hump or whatever you're going through, or you don't feel that you're encouraging your fans and supporters to look after their health by sharing whatever it is you're going through?
I
don't personally,
but not by pictures. Like, I don't see like people take pictures of people in a casket. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, remember, Ms. Jean, we lived in a time. Of course, we live in a different time now. Everything's social media, but back, when it wasn't these phones and cameras and social media stuff like that, we find a word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? That someone passed away. We do that in silence. You know what I'm saying? When I lost my mom's, at a young age, and I was to myself for a couple of days, and then some friends and they came by me, and this was silence. It was just, silence, and and it wasn't like everybody. Some people are very nosy. They want to be all in your business.
True.
And sometimes you don't want to hear the chitter chatter, all the noise. I call it noise. You don't want to hear all that noise. You just want to, grieve and do things. And some people, I ain't gonna say, some people like the attention. Cool, that's their cup of tea. That's their cup of tea. Me, I just like in silence. I just want to gather your thoughts. Get some time, breathe. A lot of people's that's the problem. A lot of people now with the social media is too much in people's business. They want to know this, they want to know that, and they being nosy and this, that, and the third. And sometimes, people want to gather information on you, and sometimes it could come back. And, you know what I mean? This world is crazy right now. This is crazy.
So I don't know. I guess I look at it from the standpoint of once you become a public figure, or once you become someone who people follow, a mentor, whatever it is, then they're following you. So it's just like you kind of want to show them good stuff or show them the way, or not to say you have to them your chart, you know, but people are looking for someone to help them out of, or to hold their hand or to support them and motivate them. So it is just my personal belief that that gives you some kind of responsibility if you're a public figure or someone with followers.
Like, I tell you what, I would share stuff with some of y'all because we speak on a daily, we chat, but I wouldn't want it on my Instagram or my Facebook. And yeah, I got a lot of followers, but some of them people, half of them people I don't know personally. And I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me. It's just certain people I pick and choose who I want to let things know. Like I'll let CL know. We speak all the time. I consider him family. I ate dinner at his family's, at the table and all that. Certain people I'll let know certain things. And, but others I just wouldn't really care for because I really know deep down inside they really don't, care too much for me, only what they can get from me. And certain I know who's genuine and who's not. And people got to understand that. Some people, there's the word users, and a lot of people do use people to get what they need and when they want. We all do that, but
they're making it so personal. It's not personal on those types of levels. It's more about giving awareness, and it's not about, oh, they're trying to use you or trying to get close to you or whatever. Again, you just have people who follow you and follow every move you make and so on and so forth, and they kind of look up to you. So it's just like, even if you don't specifically say, this is my illness or this is my disorder, even if you just kind of say, hey, make sure you guys get checked out, or, something like that, and maybe make it a little generic, but you're not supposed to let people in close to you anyway when you're in entertainment. I don't, you're supposed to be more than one person. I just don't know what it would look like at home if you just kind of got like a microphone and say, yo, check one, dinner's break. Like, I don't know. You have to kind of split your personal versus your public life.
Correct.
Just my personal opinion again.
No, it's definitely perspective. I see what both of y'all are saying. I think the lines are a little blurred in what it is, like if you let the people in to your private business, or like what Jeannie is saying, where you like bring in awareness, or sometimes like Jeannie's also saying, like it gives people energy. Sometimes the good part, we're not thinking about no bullshit. The good parts of it, when people show love, it do help you lift your spirits up, might help you laugh. And that's a part of that is the better medicine, not just the chemical shit, but just the fucking all the shit that go to your head, the dopamine and all of that stuff that go to your head when you're happy or feel joy. Sometimes that do help you, what I'm saying, get to another level in recovery. So it could be good to share. And you also bringing out awareness. Like a lot of Black men, we don't talk about shit we go through. But if there was a Black man that was talking about even some shit like prostate, it might make a nigga go to the doctor. Like, let me go check my shit. So it's all perspective on like how you looking at it.
Yeah, I know Jeannie did hers tastefully.
Yeah. You feel me? It's perspective is how you let people in. You know what I'm saying?
But some people just want. I mean, some people just like it.
Put my on Instagram. You thought that was tasteful. I appreciate it.
No, I didn't see every stuff that I seen. The stuff that I seen, you was speaking, and
it's not like begging for attention. It was more like, let me put y'all on, let me show y'all what's going on with me.
But then again, I know of you, Jeannie. You know what I'm saying? And even after a while, I didn't hear from you. I did reach out to you, try to check on you, like, and I said, CL, have you heard? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a caller because I haven't heard. And same thing, I haven't heard from Bionic. I just hit him up a week ago, so I haven't seen him on here just to find out. So it's people. I think about people, especially on this platform here, which we've been on this for quite some time. Certain people, I'm like, wait, I haven't seen such and such. Let me reach out. Let me see if they okay. Let me see if they all right. If I don't see you online either, nothing like that, I'm gonna reach out.
You going back there again, nigga? You going back?
Epidemic. What you thinking? What you thinking, Epidemic?
Oh, sorry.
I just was gonna say, like, sometimes some of these people don't have anybody in their circle or around them that they could talk to. So they go to social media to find somebody who's going to do something similar, to find some closure, or probably find somebody that could let them know that they're not the only one that's going through it as well too.
Yeah, as I say, it's a fine line. You know, I think Cuddy hit it on the head. You know what I mean? It's just like, for me, I'm a very private person. You know, and I remember even when like I was getting into this, you know, years back, you know, I was having like a talk with my program director, and I was like, "Look, fam, I you know what I mean? Like, I got into radio because I like music, and I ain't got to be on the forefront." And then all of that started to shift. And it was like, yo, you know, you got to post more. You got it now. You're gonna do this, and it's like I didn't get into radio to do all. If I was gonna do all that, I would have got into TV. You know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to be seen like that. So
Right.
you know, because like I said, I'm a real private person. I guarantee you, the best times of my life never make it to the internet. You know what I mean? But like I said, those lines get drawn where it's like everybody feel they got to be showing off and sharing and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah, you come
you
from a
know,
different era, like an
yeah,
era where it was okay to just be low, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, real, real G's moving in silence on me. That's always been the how I get there.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm on that sourdough and lasagna. You feel me?
you heard?
Yeah.
That's always been to get down though. But like I said, it's interesting though, because you know, on one hand, like I hear what Jeannie's saying, and definitely even like to what Queen was saying in the chat, you can be helping somebody out there. So I get that. You know what I mean? But like me personally, I've always been more concerned with real life relationships. Like, I'm not inspired by anybody on the internet. But then again, I come from before social media became a thing. You know what I mean? So a lot of new era, you know what I mean? They've only grown up with the internet. So that's all they know. So if they ain't even really got inspirational people around them, and then I guess they take to somebody, and that's where it can be the blessing and the curse, right? Because then you can start following somebody fucked up and get led the wrong way. But it's just like I said, I ain't never seen or caught wind of anybody on the internet that's like, okay, they are now inspiring. I've been more inspired by more people
Andrew
around me.
Tate. Andrew Tate.
This era we in is different. Like for me, it's I'm gonna post a little bit because I'm like you, Ray. I'm on some real life shit, for real. Motherfuckers will think you're depressed or hiding because you don't post. Like, nigga, life is great, my nigga. I'm chilling. Like,
I'm chilling.
I don't want to post pictures and be like, hey, nah, nigga, like, I'm out here. Like, you feel me? I don't know, but we come from a different time though, because you can't tell like I'm like 21. They think you bugging.
Yeah,
like I catch not say, you know, on females, but I catch females like, well, they ain't really no more clubs, but you know, lounges or venues, and instead of them enjoying their time fun, like dancing and the music, they spend majority of their time on the phone, you know, showing themselves off at the party, in the party, alive or whatever. Enjoy your time. Like, some of those, your best memories is in your own head. When you go on vacation, sometimes you got to take that all in. I mean, sure, it's cool to take pictures and the video. Like, I got a lot of pictures and videos that I have in my phone that I did not even post. And I'm thinking and contemplating, should I post this? And sometimes I don't even post it. Like, I take it, but I don't even post it. And I'm like, certain things is just for me, only me. I want it to be exclusive. People are now showing their bedroom escapades going on in their bedroom, putting that online. They're showing murders and killing online. Like, that's why people is indicting their own self and the stuff they do. So it's like, yeah, most of us is definitely from a different era. You know, certain things you just not need to be seen and told. But I guess the new way for some of these people is, oh yeah, I need to show everything. No, because you could get yourself in trouble.
Especially for the people that watch those people that got lit, you feel me, from bullshit. So now the people after them are like, nigga, if I could make $1 million saying some bullshit online or doing some bullshit online, I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Since Ray, I'm gonna play a joint and then come back and hear from you, because I know you hip to the social media world, so definitely want to hear what you have to say. But welcome y'all to New Music Wednesday. As we do, I'm kind of taking over the helms for the birthday boy CL. You know what I mean? He's supposedly at a conference in Brooklyn. Swerve say he might be somewhere getting a lab dance, but hey, it's his birthday. He can do what he do. You know what I mean? So let's play a record, and then Cicely definitely want to hear from her and Teddy Payne on that one. T-Pain, that from her new album, Glorious. Anybody take a dive off in that album?
I was going to ask, how is it? I didn't listen.
I mean, it's cool. I like Glorilla. I heard someone say, like, in comparison, like, she represent for the hood chicks, Sexy Red represent for the hood rats. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with the hood chicks. You know what I'm saying? No doubt.
Yeah, we do.
She do got Sexy Red on the album. She got Lotto on there, Megan Thee Stallion. She got a joint on there with Kirk Franklin, which is kind of dope. That one right there, super ill. I like T-Pain. I'm always a huge T-Pain fan. So, but I think the album's good, man. You know what I mean? It was funny though, because I don't know if we talked about it or not, because they were talking about how she felt some type of way about Rod Wave dropping on her date, which I ain't really heard much of the Rod Wave album, but they say he outsold her. So, you know.
What she feel away about? That's what, like, ain't that what's supposed, like, what?
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Wait, what, bro?
She put the energy out there. She was like, yo, you know, she publicly put him on blast. Like, yo, why you dropping on the same day as me?
Why would you drop on my day? Was some niggas not supposed to drop because you dropped? I don't get it.
You know what I mean?
I don't think it's that. That's like, you got to remember also in the game, you got to think about Jay-Z and Nas. So it goes all the way back to that. Intentionally dropping on other people's days to take shine away from their projects. And it could be that way, but it could not be that way. But people
I just
feel like it's two separate audiences, right? That's way two separate audiences.
For sure. It's the hood regardless.
Yeah.
But the hood, like, it's like the hood love Glorilla, the hood love Rod Wave. They gonna listen to both. They only about 45 minutes long. Like, you acting like niggas not gonna listen to your shit because they listen to Rod Wave today. You feel me? Like,
but they saying he doubled her numbers.
I mean, that's what you know, that was gonna happen regardless.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
People that like him, so you know.
Yeah, niggas like Rod Wave. The hood fuck with Rod Wave. Heavy. Like,
and it's been a while since he came out with something, so you know, they gonna check it out.
And it's something different. It's like, you know, he puts that pain music out where it's not the repetitive watch me shake my ass and all that shit. That shit repetitive for real. You know what I'm saying? Niggas go through real shit. You know, it's a big crowd for those people that listen to that Rod Wave shit. So
listen, man,
I don't understand why she would feel away. Like multiple artists usually drop. I mean, I guess it's different now.
No, Cuddy, the soft generation. I'm sorry to say it, man.
Yeah. There's some of that entitlement, right? She might be getting a little bit bigger in her head than what she think yet.
Yeah, like if that's your man, maybe it's like Lotto. I can understand if like Lotto and her and that's a friend. Okay, maybe, but even then, like I don't respect that. Like people will make it feel like, remember when 50 and Kanye they did a thing with it. Like, all right, let's see who sells more. Like on a friendly, competitive, they could get some content out of it. Why would you be that?
You know, there's a sense of
multiple artists drop a day.
This sensified generation, man, sensified. Very sensified.
Cincinnati, how you living, Mar? How's it going over there?
Hey, what's up? On the road, going to Louisiana. What's cracking, everybody? How y'all doing?
We good. I know we were having that conversation around the social media, and I know you're heavily involved in that game. So, drop a little something. How you feeling?
Hey, just social media is a tool, man. You can do it where you can just remember, you can be whoever the fuck you want to be on there. You know what I'm saying? So you got some people who want to live this other person and play like they somebody else for a bit. And then you got other people who are using it for tools for business, you know, like myself. But, you know, I grew up in a time like all of us where it wasn't no Facebook and Instagram. It was MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember MySpace? Hey, it was all MySpace, but you still gotta go see a person. You know, regardless of all the new internet tools on how you can meet people and connect with people, the in-person relationship, connecting them with them and directly is still important. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna never go away.
Who was that? Was that you, Jeannie?
Black Planet.
Oh yeah, Black Planet. Like I know I met a whole lot of friends on there, you know, just connected that look like me early on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and those are just some of the first, when we talk about, social media and all that stuff, that's just some of the first, tools that was built, and now it's more so advanced now. And, we can get mad at Gen Z, about technology, but we just didn't have it when, we didn't get into it later on. And we didn't have it. So, even though we don't have it, we got to let them have the experience, but we just got to let them know why they use the technology to keep focused and let them know about reality. I think that's important, and then being able to, stay off the phone put the damn phone down for about 5 seconds so you can actually critically think. Because you still need to critically think outside of the phone. So that's the main thing I see, because I sit and watch around people walk across the street on the damn phone. I said, bro, you got to get yourself killed because you in that damn phone. It's terrible. That's my thing with it. Like, don't let it consume your life and let it be just everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not real life. It's on the internet.
But they have let it consume their life. I mean, that's what I say. We in a generation now that they've only known electronics growing up. You know what I mean? And I've heard that's why it even reflects a lot more in the music, because, a lot of us, we come from our life experience being outside, where, now we kind of getting lyrics and narrative and songs based around just internet life. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, listen, I'm not going to knock anybody who's making a living off this influencer shit. I'm like seeing more and more, even some of the homies that are being dedicated to it. I got a couple of DJ homies that are like completely paying their rent off TikTok and all that type of shit. It's a different dedication. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I was tripping. I was on LinkedIn the other day, and this one, YouTuber that like he looking for full-time video editors. And I was like, let me just go look this dude up, see like, and he had almost 3 million followers, but he's on some positive shit. Like, he's a fitness dude, you know what I mean? But, he legitimately making a living, just doing YouTube shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't knock it. It's just kind of going back to what you said, Sister Ray. I think people create false images of themselves. Like, and it's like that towards like, again, nobody's regular today, right? So if you got yourself 100,000 followers and you pull up somewhere and all of a sudden you're supposed to get VIP treatment, I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't really give a fuck who you are. You know what I'm saying? What have you contributed to the space that we're at right now? I've been in spaces where I've been DJing and they get a TikTok influencer to come through. Maybe 5 people knew that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I'm DJing, we having fun, we vibing that way. And it's just like that don't always carry over to like I said, to the real life activity of it. So, but then that's where, like I said, I've legitimately seen these quote unquote influencers like throw a fit. Like, do you know who I am? It's like, no, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize. And maybe 5 million people do out there, or 3 million people do, whatever. But I don't know you. That don't make you any less whatever. But don't step up in here with some attitude like I'm supposed to know you. You know what I'm saying?
Raymond, I want to ask everybody here, which I did share it early in the week, and definitely since Ray, I want to hear her insight on it, and it's just spin off of what we're talking about as we move forward to the future, about this Optimus that do y'all know about this Optimus? And I'm not talking about Optimus Prime, but it's like,
okay. I was wondering what you were saying, because I thought you were saying Oculus, but it's Optimus.
Optimus, that's Tesla. That's Elon Musk, the robot.
Okay. That's what they named it.
Yeah, it's called Optimus. I believe they call it Optimus.
That's pretty close to Optimus Prime, if you ask me.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, everything that, of course, that been in movies. So it looks like an iRobot. But this is, I believe the prices to purchase one is around 30 to 40, 50,000.
Yep.
Something you can have in your home. Going back to the iRobot thing, something you can have in your own home. I don't know if I did any deep dive and research on it. I did a little bit, but it could be your maid, it could be your servant, and it could be your driver, whatever you want it to be, it can be. So I don't know if anyone have seen this, heard of this.
Yes, I have. I'm the one who put the link in the group chat for y'all to see it.
Yeah, I posted it as well. So
they here. This ain't no game, y'all. Like, this is what I got to say about it. I already been knowing it was coming, and the movies is just a way to keep presenting to us in a softer way. It may be a movie, but that's something that usually if they present it in a movie, it's a true that being existing already. Hence why we see robots. Hence why we see these robots. But just like our robots. Like this shit ain't no game. This shit comes. If people want to be lazy, you'll get replaced. Like this ain't no game.
Totally agree. So my question is to y'all: are y'all looking forward to this? Will you have this type of item in your homes or whatever to do whatever you need it to do? And then even going deeper than that, I went down I went down a rabbit hole. They even got companionship robots, meaning, if the woman is alone, the guy's alone, the guy can have that robot as his girl, and the woman can have that robot as their man. And my funny thing is, nobody can complain about, oh, I can't get no money, because maybe that robot could bring home the bacon and do all of this and do all of that. I want to see it. I don't want to see it, but
there are people who are going to buy it and be on all of that.
Excuse me. I want to ask a question. Sorry, this is Peter Funky Skunk. Salute to everybody. I just came on, but I just heard that, and I want to know. First of all, I saw the video with 2 Chainz talking to one of the robots or whatever. But how are they proposing that something like that happen? Like the man can have one of the robots, a female robot, as a girlfriend. I mean, is that like high-tech modernized sex toy, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, sex dolls already been around.
No, robot though.
No, I know, I feel you. I'm just saying, sex dolls already been around. So trust and believe, like that's gonna be incorporated into that. You know what I'm saying? Like just because fools is nasty, you know what I mean?
Once I saw it was plastic, I mean that's like screwing a balloon or something to me. But I'm saying a robot that's got like metal parts, like like iRobot or something like that. How you gonna get down with that? I don't know. I definitely wouldn't do it.
I mean, you got to keep in mind though, this is a prototype thing. Who's to say what that robot look like in 10 years? You know what I mean?
So they might make them like Terminator, where they have actual skin on top of them and stuff like that.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's what I say. I feel like every 1980 sci-fi movie is now coming into fruition, yo. Like real spill. You know what I mean? And
I'd like to get one of them. I was thinking about getting one of them little robots that mop your floor and run around and sweep your house, but I ain't thinking about no robot.
That's another form of it, though.
Yeah. That's what they talking about.
Yeah.
And like Sister Ray say, and what we've been saying is making us lazy. You know what I'm saying? We already got our phones. When I pose a thing, give 10 numbers off the top, pause your head off the top of your head that you can just say without going in your phone. You know what I mean? I gotta, because y'all be on.
I'm trying to get the Dame Dash pause button. He got the pause button.
But yeah, like the stuff that we deal with, like this past like I have turntables. Most of the time when I play off the controller. And I said to myself this past weekend when I did this gig and I brought my decks out, and I said, man, I feel like I'm a little bit slower on a turntable. I gotta be back more on these than the controllers. I feel like, man, I'm getting a little lazy because I'm used to this. I gotta balance it out. So there's certain things, yes, that I do that I catch myself when I say, man, I gotta balance myself out. I love technology, but I also hate it. So I gotta love hate when it comes to all this stuff. But some certain things I just gotta do myself.
I'm learning, loving about it though. I mean, I'm definitely a multi-musician. I've been in music since I was 11 years old. I just turned 67. I play multiple instruments, but I've been experimenting around with AI and with the music thing, and I'm loving learning about it. But it's definitely not going to replace me. Like far you say on the turntables. I mean, I don't know if you still use the crayon, the old Grandmaster Flash way or whatever, but that's still an art form right there in itself that I don't think should never leave. Just like playing real instruments should never leave. I even got a saxophone I hadn't played since high school. Somebody gave me a saxophone. I've been practicing up on that so I can get back to maybe playing a saxophone solo on some of my stuff. But I've been doing some AI stuff, and it's kind of exciting how I can tell it what to do. And then if I don't like what it did, I can criticize it and change it. And I eventually get some stuff I wouldn't even have thought of. I do get kind of like a little tingle from that, but it'll never replace me actually getting on the instruments and actually, writing and really singing. But I'm feeling the learning the knowledge of the new technology. And I don't think that we should be not learn that, because I hate for stuff to be out there that we don't know nothing about, that I can know the pros and cons and know how to use it to my best advantage, but also know about how it's jacked up and not to deal with it or whatever. But I don't know about the female companions and all that. That's a little much. Sorry about that.
We'll see if you feel the same way in like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? When that thing got some skin, you feel me?
I'm gonna still keep thumping that bass though. I'm gonna still keep thumping the bass and playing the keys and all that.
Yeah, no, much respect.
I started off with the drum machines, and I remember when all the old schools used to criticize me because I basically switched from even dealing with drummers because of the human factor, man. I mean, when I started with drum machines in '79, and they was like, well, they don't do nothing but play the same thing over and over again. And I said, well, hold on, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. I just bought the new model drum machine. I'm talking like 81, that I can make changes and the drummer can change tempos and change the different cymbals and stuff. They didn't understand that. The old heads would be like, they thought it was just a drum machine. Just plays a steady beat and that's all it does. But if you don't learn the technology, then you'll be left behind. A lot of them dudes right now that I'm talking about, back then it was naysayer, they still stuck in time. They ain't selling no records though. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, no,
right.
I definitely think like music knowledge is like, it's funny when I talk to younger DJs, just even explaining bars to them, like 8 bars, 16 bars, like, it's like, they some don't even know what that is, and just going back to the turntable situation, Swerve, like I think that's gonna be on us, because if you go to Guitar Center or any of your local electronics joint, a turntable's not even out anymore. It's all full of controllers. You know what I'm saying? So
Serato.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, turntables still, but I'm with you though, Swerve. A majority of my gigs out, I take the Rain one with me, just unless I'm getting a real check. If I get a real check, then them decks come out.
I'm glad they brought vinyl back though. Serious business.
I mean, it never left. It was always is. It's
I mean, mainstream though.
Yeah, but I mean, I know some people here said they with the robot thing. I just know every man-made thing fails, so be very aware of that, of whatever your endeavors be within the future. You know what I'm saying? Everything fails. We know cell phones with batteries have blown up in people's pockets, all kind of stuff. So, if you get a robot, it's going to be expensive getting it, but also to get the service done. I don't know, people, it's like a car. You're buying a car. A car costs, around that price range that they're talking for the robot. So you got to get service for that robot. You got hackers, you got nerds out here, geeks that know how to hack. If they can hack into the government system, what you think they're going to do to a robot that's living in your household? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's pros and cons to it.
Yeah. That's why I say these 1980s sci-fi movies, they all come to the truth, because like as much as Elon Musk, like we're looking at what he's doing as a good thing, there's gonna be people that come along and want to use it for bad, and that's the scary part, because like you said, imagine you got a robot in your crib and it gets hacked, and now all of a sudden this motherfucker coming at you with a knife or some shit like that. Like, what you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I mean? So. But yeah, man, wild times, like I said, one time for the birthday boy CL, he is allegedly at a music tech conference in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
right
he's
now
at the new tech with the robot lady getting the lab.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So hopefully getting the candle blown out appropriately. Peep gang. Are you familiar with that record? I actually got that one from the Fleet DJ's email blast. That's why I was curious if you were aware of the record. So that is the artist Classic or Classic, if I'm saying it correctly. And it features DJ Luke Nasty, who I felt like we ain't heard from in a minute. So that is the joint Get to You. So, shouts out to everybody in the building. Shout out Fleet DJs. Shout out to everybody, no doubt. Again, one time for the birthday boy CL, helping him out. He should be chiming in here shortly. He said he was still going to get on a call, a little something. We did have to cancel Friday and Adore, but Bangladesh should still be jumping on with us at some point. Epidemic, did you want to say something? That is negative. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, hope you're well on this Wednesday. We officially backside riding for the month of October. You know what I'm saying? Year about to be done. Shit is wild. Anybody peep the BET Hip Hop Awards? Any thoughts? Any feelings?
Only saw clips.
You didn't actually watch the show, though?
No, I didn't see it, and I honestly forgot.
Did you know
about
it was on? Did you know it was on? That's the second question.
No, I forgot. I'm sorry. And I normally watch it. I don't even remember seeing too many ads about it.
Yeah, no. So I thought this was interesting because, again, in the days, you know, like we've been talking about social media, I don't know if they had to sign an NDA or what, but so the show itself was recorded October 8th. Saw a few things, trending, pictures, whatever. So again, I don't know if there was an NDA that was signed, like, but not things to be said or whatever. But, you know, of course, they edited and it aired a week later, which was yesterday. It really seemed like a club setting because they did it at Vegas Dre's Beach in a nightclub. If you've been there before, I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, we had D1 on here recently in which he commented and said, you know, it's obvious that the coach is in a it needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, did anybody see it, or did everybody pretty much live off the clips?
I didn't even know about it until you said something about it and the thing. I ain't know nothing about it. I did hear about it weeks ago, but I forgot about it airing or when it's supposed to air. So I don't think no one cares anymore about none of that stuff.
Wow,
really.
That is crazy. Fat Joe did his thing as the host. I'll give him that. You know what I mean? A few moments. E40 did his thing. Soldier Boy was one of the, you know what I mean? And this was like, because I couldn't remember if we talked about this, but like when you guys are out DJing, one, are you playing new music? Two, are people asking for it? Because what I'm noticing right now, like everything up to 2010, that's the vibe. After that, it gets a little tricky. So like early 2000s right now is going up. I still get away with the 90s heavy, but like I'm legitimately getting requests for people not to play new music, which I think is crazy.
Wow, you get that? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I don't get what you just said. Like, I mean, maybe here and there for certain people, but people ask, but I don't really get bothered like that. And like I'm saying, I'm in the same boat too. I you know, I'm safe with the 2000s, 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, before 2010, maybe a little bit after 2010 too. Stuff that I guess that has, as you say, value. You know, I'm pretty cool with that. New stuff. Most of the new stuff that like how we play, we say, yo, I'm gonna give it a test, or you know, Raymond, if you play something, I'm like, let me get that right now, and I immediately play it, you know, that weekend. They don't know about it, you know what I'm saying? So we on the cutting edge of, you know, when we play music up here and we share it amongst ourselves, or I also go the extent and share it out to other DJs and all these different coalitions, and just spreading the word of the, you know, what's new, what's hot. I don't, the people, I don't know. People, I don't think people know what's going on. To me, I look at them like walking zombies, man. They don't know what's going on. But they don't know what's going on. So I feel
but even furthermore, like, do we go back to blaming social media for that? Because I feel like music at this point, people are only recognizing if they've seen it on their timeline. Because it used to be a thing for us. We could drop a record, and even if that shit was hot and it took, like, now it's like if people can't associate it with like some content or something, it's like it's not, the record ain't gonna last.
Right. And just like you asked, I don't know if it was you or somebody else, when I think it was you that said, what's the new hot record right now? Like if we was to ask ourselves right now, do a synopsis of, yo, give us 5 give us 5 records that's hot right now that we could play in the spot. This is where you cue up the Jeopardy music.
Yeah, right.
Boss Man D-Lo, Sports Center. Shit.
But we're not talking region. We talking, see.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That you know,
we're not talking
regionally, we would get 100 different answers. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm saying I'm in New York. Raymond, of course, he's over there. You know, y'all in the South, and whether if I play this,
sir, that's not a regional. Boss Man D-Lo been freaking killing it. Where you?
I know. I play up here, but it is not. In certain places, it don't. Raymond, do you play Boss Man D-Lo?
I played it and got no reaction. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You know I mean? Heavy in Jersey.
Yeah. See, but again, I think certain regions hits different. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, though, Cuddy. I know you was gonna say so.
It depends on the crowd.
Yeah, it depends on the crowd for real. Like Jersey, New York, like Jersey's fucking with Boss Man D-Lo heavy, especially in them hood spots. You feel me? If you're doing parties like 35, it's like the age demographic for real. If it's like 35 plus, they're not really asking for new music that much. You know what I'm saying? But when the girls want to shake their ass, you know it's the new shit that they want to do it to. You know what I'm saying? The baby, you feel me? Sexy Red. The younger crowd definitely want to hear new music though. Like, so it depends on who you're DJing for. Like Swerve ended off with, it depends on your crowd. Because the younger crowd, they want to hear that new shit. They don't want to hear nothing old for real. Like when I'm at certain spots in the hood, in the trenches and shit, they don't want to hear nothing on that old shit. I could probably get off the most is like 2000s music. They definitely don't want to hear no 90s shit. But then if I'm at like a 35 plus event, I'm definitely getting all of that off. So it just depends for real.
That's wild. It's like it's funny. It makes sense because like, you know, West Coast shit, we always 95 to 105 BPM. You know what I mean? That's always our West Coast bounce. So hearing what you said, I've had those instances where they're like, no, don't play that. You know, and then they want that 70 to 80 BPM fucking, you know what I mean? And it's like that definitely is a difference in the generations right there for sure.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a quick question? So how come artists that are supposed to be on the top tier, like like Ty Dolla $ign, and I know it's me and his dad came up together, by the way, Big Tyrone, and you know, like Bruno Mars and all of them. How come they revert back to the old shit and bring it into the new young audience, and that shit just blows the hell up? But you saying the younger people don't want to hear no old stuff, but they're gonna listen to that, and that's what I recognize. And even Kendrick, who, in my opinion, is the top dog right at the moment, as far as being in that where you say top 5, they're reverting back to the old sound and making it a new modern swag to it. It's like you can say that they ain't requesting the old shit, but you can't avoid those ingredients to make the new shit like hot. That's just my opinion. I know I probably get a bunch of
right, Paul. You're right, Paul. They taking sampling some of the old shit and flipping it into the new shit.
And that's what hooks them, like that old Tony or the old Confunction or whatever. That's what hooks them. And then you got the modern vocals on top of it with the lyrics with the auto tune and all that. But that beat, come on, man. I mean, you know, that like that whatever you want. When Chris Brown and Lil Ty jumped on that, it just blew up. And then like the Bruno, come on, we know what Confunction did for what both of them did. Bruno Mars did for Confunction and vice versa with that Love Train stuff. I mean, that stuff is still undeniable. And I'm proud to be part of that generation and still doing it.
Yeah. Head Rush is saying there's no originality, but Head Rush, you got to understand, if the artists are signed to labels, guess what they doing while sampling those records? They remaking money on those records over and over again.
Oh, no doubt. That's the plight of our real, because these kids can't come up with nothing original because they doing all this microwave stuff. But when they go and get a real song with some meat on it, with some fat and bacon grease and meat where people really want to eat that shit, they got to go back to the fundamental. They got to go back to that James Brown and that Ohio Players and that Confunction and, you know, Luther, you know, that ain't going to never go nowhere. Never. ever. And I guarantee both of y'all, all the DJs on here, y'all get somebody that want to hear some Luther or some damn Stevie Wonder or some shit that don't never go off of the request list. Sorry to be old.
Well, I mean, but you're also talking timeless records, which that is becoming a thing of the past. We are very much we've been saying it forever now. Swerve coined it, the moment music. We very much in the era of moment music right now. It's hard to have motherfuckers ain't making timeless records no more. You know what I mean? So which is why again you say you talk about these some of the older players are getting resampled today and it's running the numbers up. But I think there's also something to be said around the idea like an artist like Bruno Mars is really an artist though. Like him and Anderson .Paak, that Silk Sonic album was amazing. You know what I mean? Like them cats is real artists. So not many people could redo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but not many people could redo a Confunction album and do it successfully. You know what I mean? So that's why I think they won with that.
Yeah, so remember, everybody, if you know the history of Bruno Mars, he was in the band. His dad had a band. He was young, like 6, 7 years old.
So did Ty.
That's why he killed. That's why he killing the game because he learned like he killing it right now. That's why he kills it the way he does.
So did Ty. His daddy was with the Gap Band and who else? And he came up under that stuff. His daddy ran the music store over in the jungle, Nadine's. That's how I met him, buying bass guitar strings back in 81, 82.
Lakeside.
CL's in here.
Yeah, what up, birthday boy? Was it CL? CL, where you at?
He had to come out for some air. He had to come out for some air.
Salute.
It was too high.
Happy birthday,
yo, CL. They said conference is code word for lap dance. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all so stupid.
Lakeside and the Gap Band, by the way.
Hold on, that does happen, but I'm legit today. I'm legit. I'm outside.
Birthday boy.
Here you go. Thanks everybody. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for the love. It's dope. I'm over here at the Mondo conference. Myself, Eric Mendelsohn, DJ Jeeves. It's probably one of the best conferences in terms of just information. We just got off a panel that was talking about the IRAA, and they got about 4 new acts they're trying to push through to try to regulate AI and music. Really, one of them is called, I think I wrote them down, but I can share them with everybody. But yeah, there's a lot of things moving. A lot of new tools, obviously, using AI that we've all never heard of. It seems like every 6 months, there's a new technology coming out that's becoming a leader in the business. It's but really good, man. Napster just announced its plans to I guess redo it. They're looking for DJs and people to be involved, so I think there's money there. Really good. Anybody in production, really good sync licensing opportunities here as well. Especially with that and publishing. So next year, man, I'm hoping I can I had a friend shoot this up with some passes. So next year, I'll give everybody at least a week or 2 heads up, and we can you should try to attend. And if anybody wants to go, I can just we can swap out my pass or whatever if you were around,
Trip, you said new owner of Napster. So Napster is one. Did Napster go away, or is he bringing Napster back?
So it morphed, didn't go away. It changed. They're bringing it back, and it's going to be focused with 3 pillars. Obviously, going to have the music, but it's going to be music, creativity, so almost like a social app like TikTok, and it's going to have a third portion of it that's going to be more like let's call it OnlyFans or what's the other one? Patreon, where you can have people join in on your experience with a paywall where they can pay, if you want to teach a class or, hey, I'm going to make a beat or whatever, I'm going to do my live show, you can pay $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever it is, and partake like that. So they're giving people, really, it's all about how people can make more money and monetize better through the app, So Napster is definitely here. They still have a gigantic library of music. I spoke to the owner about incorporating DJs.
really excited. So, we'll probably set up a round 2 on that. But, that's something. And the third thing that's happening too, that everybody should jump on, is Apple Music is now letting people monetize mixes and stuff. So that's another big one. So, any DJ that does mixes regularly, whatever, we did partner with them. Shout out to Rob Tulo. We can get you in there as a creator, and you get paid directly from Apple. A lot of
somewhat the almost like I guess the same way Meta and all that is paying the creators. Apple's directly paying out.
A little better, yes, but a little better because you can actually do a mix, cut and scratch and everything. They have a tool now that deciphers, okay, you put a mix together for an hour, you use this many songs, in that song you have this many creators, this many people own publishing in that. They take care of all of that and make sure you get paid, I believe, 30% of the money or something like that, which has never been done before. Normally you can't monetize. That's the biggest beef we have on here. How can you monetize your mix? Or how can you monetize, I know we had a DJ on here, I think about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, that was speaking about what was happening on TikTok and, some of these other platforms. And they solved the code, at least for Apple Music.
What was happening on Twitch, Blendmaster that came on, what was happening on Twitch and stuff like that.
But I can't hear you. Say that again?
Yeah, you kind of low, Sister Ray.
I couldn't hear.
She's on the road, so she might be in a bad service joint. But
okay, y'all hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah, I said when you had Blendmaster on talking about Twitch, about Twitch is gonna that Blendmaster had to sign up for Twitch because they were taking the labels was collecting royalties on Twitch now.
Bingo. Yes. But Apple's actually solved that problem where you don't, the problem with Twitch was, you couldn't play Prince, you couldn't play certain catalogs, and it's still letting you DJ with maybe one arm behind your back. Here, at least you'll be able to get all the money for now. And, I think Napster wants to bring that into play, and others. So my thing is just jump on all this technology early and at least be in the mix so you can monetize yourself better.
And speaking of technology, I just posed a question. I'm gonna pose it to you. Will you be owning an Optimus in your home in the near future?
I don't even know what an Optimus is.
That's the robot, your robot.
The Tesla robot.
Yeah, the Tesla robot.
Robot girlfriend. Robot girlfriend.
I've seen that, and I know I'm not ready for that. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. You ain't gonna have nothing that can potentially flip and kill everybody one day. That ain't gonna happen, man. That's just, I don't know what's going on. Elon's introduced 3 inventions this week, or between the last week. Me and Raymond were talking about it earlier. The phone, crazy. The robot, crazy. He also is a part of the launch, the SpaceX launch to go and rescue some people out and out of space as well. And then the third thing, I know I think it was a Tesla. I know Tesla. I think they introduced their like 4 people taxi or something like that here.
Yeah. Did you see that van? Did y'all see the van? Did y'all see the Elon Musk's van? That super van. That was dope.
That's what we talking about.
It's like a that party bus. I mean, that it looks like it's a
driver.
It's round.
Yeah, it's a driverless taxi with like holds 4 people. And I think he had one other thing. I saw something in Grand Central. I'm gonna post it. He has he's partnered with it. He doesn't own it, but I think he's partnered with they have a wireless an electric plane taxi now in New York that can get you from Manhattan to JFK in 15 minutes.
Mm.
A lot of shit going on.
He's becoming the modern day real life Tony Starks.
Yeah, real spill. That's what everybody's saying.
Bro,
he made a robot.
Never thought about that.
He dropped them electric cars, bro. When he started Tesla, I already knew that's what he was on. When he bought Twitter, I already knew what he was on.
But here's my thing. So here's my thing, right? We are all smart enough to know, like, some of this shit. We all smart enough to know some of this shit is gonna blow up. However, I don't know. A lot of us don't own any stock. This is the play. Like, we got to at least try to get ahead and own some stock in this shit before it's too late. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyway.
How come somebody black ain't made big moves like that?
T-Rex, go ahead. I think you want to speak.
Yeah, my bad, Rex.
Oh no. Yeah, like what CL saying, yeah, we definitely need to invest early while we know that this is the future. And see, the thing about the technology in the United States, as for the consumer is about 2 generations behind on technology. Like everything we see in the movies has already been developed and it's been used in the government sector. It just hasn't been introduced to the consumer yet. So all these Hollywood movies you see is just, one, is conditioning us, and then 2 is also desensitizing us for the new technology that's going to come out. So everything that you see has already been made or prototype has been made. It's just now being introduced to the consumer. Now, I know in other countries, like the Asian countries, they get stuff out quick. Like their technology is way advanced because they get it out to the consumer way ahead of the time than the people here in the United States.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, I have a team and there's a couple companies I work for in India that are stationed in India, and they already had AI already. Like we having these conversations now, and everybody all in the uproar with it a couple years later, but they already had it in full throttle.
Yeah, it just for some reason our government here it suppressed us about 40 years worth of technology, which they already have it. They just don't introduce it to us in a timely manner versus, like you say, in India and the Asian countries out there.
Yeah, because we behind, bro. Like they doing math, like literally, like one of the companies I work for, bro, literally taking their citizens, like training them everything, like putting them through school. Most of them learning the programming, the math, and science. You know, all of that. Like we are behind as a country in that, but we're supposed to be the superpower country, but
right.
we behind a lot of stuff.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah, nuts. Like I said, crazy the emphasis on different things in different countries, right? Look at America. Everybody's aspiring to be a creator or an influencer. These other countries, like you said, they getting them early with the programming, early with the math, early with everything that's actually going towards something. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest difference in the emphasis on what people are pushing. I think when we talk about,
that's why.
Yeah. Crazy. But so let's run a record. Once again, one time for the birthday boy. Happy birthday, CL. He outside on his birthday. He gonna go get some rum after the conference, aka the conference. The conference. You know what I'm saying? Young Corday. He might have it. Well, I know he's got an album coming soon. I don't know if it's dropping this Friday or not, but he's dropped some dope records this year. He had the one with Anderson .Paak. He had the one with Lil Wayne. That is the latest joint, mad as fuck, as you could imagine. But I like Corday, man. I think he one of the ones coming up now that he definitely about his lyricism. He definitely not on that funky shit. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask y'all, because we talk about the state of hip hop a lot and where it's at today and whatever. And I've always had this feeling like the shift changes when trap music really took over. You know what I mean? And I don't want to knock the ATL. I got nothing against the ATL. But like, even like looking at the BT Hip Hop Awards and everything like that, like, you know, club and sections and bottle service and strip joints, that all come from ATL trap influence. And we talked about how that's hurt things a lot. So I'd love to see if anybody have an opinion on that. Because like the strip club situation, like at this point, I'd be hearing a lot more when we hear records like, oh yeah, that'll work in the strip club. You know what I mean? Is that the only place we at today? I mean, even in this particular Zoom, how many of y'all are partaking at the Gentleman's Club weekly, if at all? Like C Styles, are you spinning in the strip club today? Because I know he in the A. They silent. They silent.
I mean, I can't say for up here. I mean, we lost a lot of our big, predominantly clubs of what New York was known for. Even the shut them down time is like, for certain spots is like at 2:00. 1:00, 2:00. It's not even like 4 or 5 no more. I mean, there's certain places spread it out throughout the city. The strip clubs, mostly it used to be a predominantly in the Bronx, but now it's out in Queens, some in Brooklyn. So they scattered all over. I don't think the Bronx, no, we don't even have none no more. That's crazy. It went from having 4 or 5 joints in the Bronx to now 0. So as far as the culture out here, as far as strip clubs, it's not as it used to be. A lot of things have changed as far as I know for this market. I believe ATL, yes, got it. It's probably with the strip clubs.
Texas, I think Texas.
Yeah, Texas. So certain other places have took. They still got it as far as strip clubs. And the music wise, again, it's finicky with that. I can't even. I had a conversation yesterday with some people about when people say, "Oh, this is a hit," and that word is being thrown around very loosely. When people hear songs and say, "Yo, this is a hit," this is a hit. We honestly, in this day and time, we don't know what's a hit. In our minds and our feeling, we'd be like, we want this to be a hit, but it ain't a hit unless, a lot of people stream it, unless a lot of people, the TikTok thing, unless it goes viral. That's when it becomes a hit. So we could sit up here all day and play something fire and say, yo, it's a hit. Now, another thing I posed to somebody, I was like, you don't hear the word classic, though. That word not get thrown around because it really it has to stand a test of time. It has to be over 10 years or more. And I would say a lot of people that going back 5 years or 6 years or whatever, whoever said these songs was hit back then, okay, since those years have passed, are those hit songs classics? Are we still playing them? Are they still having that same effect in the spots that we play? As Raymond just said, we go back to the 2000 stuff and it still works most of the time. The 90s, and that's 20 years ago, 25 years for some of these records. So those are considered major hits or classics. I don't know. To say, I don't use that word. I don't use like when people say, "Oh, this is a hit." I don't use that word. I just like I have to, I have to fill it out. It's not a hit to me. You know what I mean? I have to really, really figure it out. But
I trip more or less because I've been bumping the Paradise record more because I like the Stevie B sample, right? And even like Fat Joe, he's been very adamant, like, "Yo, we got one," but I don't hear nobody playing it. You know what I'm saying? Or it even like I said, tech has invaded music so much. It's like if people can't affiliate it with content now, it's like the record don't last. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, what does music look like in the next 5 years? You know what I'm saying? I mean, even for C being at this conference, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about how Napster changed the game. Napster and LimeWire, all that shit that went crazy. You know what I mean? Just, these days, I just, like I said, if you're in music, you're really in tech, especially, with the idea that people ain't even really in a studio no more. You know what I mean? As long as you got the right software, you got the right mic, you can sound like you in a $50 million studio. You know what I mean? So what's up, Miss Queen B? Always love to see you. Always love to hear from you. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I just call it, if I like the song, I like it. And it's considered a hit to me. However, it doesn't have to be on the internet. It doesn't have to be on TikTok. And if the crowd love it, that's even that really makes it a hit. It was a hit for that night. So right now we have so much music. So it's like, how do you call it? Okay, it could be a one-hit wonder. I mean, like we had one-hit wonders that did not go into the classic area. So it depends. It's like a thin line, but it doesn't have to be on the internet for it to be a hit to me. If the crowd love it, hey.
And again, some of that is probably generational situation. I think like we feel different about music than maybe Gen Z or what, like, you know what I mean? And again, I ain't gonna knock them. We always sound like we hating on Gen Z, but it's just like, well, I think we all affiliated music or quote unquote good music to how it made us feel. You know what I mean? Where now it's like, I don't think it's about the feel no more. It's about a relation to something on a screen. You know what I'm saying? And this is like where, again, content has become such a crazy thing. It's just nuts. But go ahead, Sister Ray.
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I know you always good with the content. I mean, listen, we know what it is. You know, it's just weird because, like, I still get a lot of records from a lot of promoter, managers and promo people, and it's like the one thing they always are saying is like, yo, this dude's going viral or she going viral. You know what I mean? It's like there's so much emphasis on viral. It's all about right now. You know what I mean? But it's like,
but viral, people don't even understand what viral is. Like, viral is not something that you can just do. You have to be consistent. Like, you already have to be consistent, and then it just having that right content at that right time, then it'll go where it needs to go. But viral is like it can just happen if you check out all the interviews from people who've had stuff that actually went viral. They'll tell you they was already being consistent, pushing their content, doing all their regular stuff, and they just, being consistent, they just hit that and just they hit the stride and just hit with the right content. That it just went where it needed to go, and they just happened to have the mute that happened to have a song on it that worked.
Wow. Like I said, I know for many of us who've been outside DJing for a long time, like it was always that idea of like, if music caught on in the streets, it would take over. And it's like these internet streets seem to be a little bit more important in 2024 than what's happening in the clubs or what, and like I said, it's just crazy because, like, again, clubs just don't seem fun anymore. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, like I said, the new, and I put it in the chat earlier, like being on the scene, like being seen on the scene is the new fun today. Kind of how Square was speaking, and I know we've all seen it when we've been out. Everybody sitting there on their phone taking their selfies, da. That's the new fun. Like, being seen on the scene is the new fun rather than actually having some fun on the scene. So
with that being said, to all the DJs up here, and I know we asked this a million times, but let's think forward now. Let's think beyond 2024. Will we still matter in the next 6 years? Being all that we've been talking about, all being said, let's be real about it. I know people gonna go, oh yeah, we still really think about what's going on. All this technology, the robots, it basically is analyzing us. Everybody's saying, yeah. But they're collecting data. All right. Let's be real. All the stuff, our movements, our talking, our language, the way how we react, everything across the board from A to Z, from 0 to 100, is collecting data from us every day, every second, every minute. All us I said it before years ago, us DJs can be replaced. Don't get it twisted. All our jobs is in jeopardy. Everybody's jobs is in jeopardy. Don't get it twisted. For those that's in denial, well, we'll see it unfold in front of our eyes as time goes on. So, to all the DJs that do play out every week, because I do think about this, and I'm trying to think, like, how can I be ahead of this and a step ahead of this and keep moving forward? But it's right now, it's a survival tactic. We're trying to survive. We're trying to eat. We're trying to pay our bills. That's never going to stop. The bills going to probably come in a different way, but it's never going to stop. We're going to keep going. But how us as musicians and DJs and things of that nature, what's our next move? Like, what do you think about it as I'm saying it? Do you think about Raymond? Do you think about it? Like, you said the clubs is not the same. So what are we doing? What are we going to do moving forward? What are we going to do? And yes, we are using this technology, but are we still going to be outside? Because we could DJ from home and have it broadcast at that spot. Am I lying, Raymond, or not?
Yeah.
We already did it during pandemic, and been doing it from home before pandemic. So I know that technology and all that can happen. So we really don't have to be there, like Raymond said. We don't have to be there in the physical. We don't have to be there in the physical. You know what I'm saying? The music could be played, and it could be a stream cap, whatever, and people could hear the music. Okay, yeah, we lose touch with the audience and all that, but that's one step closer of pushing us out the door. So think about it.
Yeah. No, it's real. It's real. You know, and you know, I think, like I said, a lot of us are a little bit more older age in here, so we've watched the evolution. You know, I think about someone like Cuddy a little younger. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and we've asked this question before. What's the end game for everybody? You know what I mean? Like shots to Kermit. He's been around for a long time, done a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what does end game become for a lot of us? You know, I mean, and that's something I got to really look at. You know what I mean? My birthday about to come up too. How much more do I even want to choose to be in this space? Considering I don't live in my phone. I ain't trying to be an influencer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be a quote unquote content creator, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? That's what we competing against. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know still, even when I get requests for interviews, they'll ask either about myself or even for the platform that I work on. Like, well, what's your guys' viewership? Like that starts to become a real thing. You know what I mean? So it ain't even about being good at what you do anymore. It's like how much attention you got on yourself. You know what I mean? That would this interview even make sense for us? Which is wild. Because like I said, I don't live in my phone. And I don't know. That maybe works against some of us. But interesting day today, yo. Like I said, we gotta acknowledge tech in a crazy way. You know what I'm saying? It's here. And I've always been one, you know, that's like trying to pay attention to trends and whatever. And I just don't like the trends. And this is where I gotta ask myself, you know, is my time coming to an end and all this shit, say within the next 5-10 years? I don't know. But Deep Game, Digiwaxx, New Music Wednesdays. Keep this one out. Like days. Yep. Big barbecue vibes right there for sure.
That's a nice joint. That's a nice sound.
Listen, if you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So that's her and HBK. Detroit vibes right there. Good ass day. Hope everybody's good. You know what I mean? Moving in this crazy world, crazy times. You know, it's funny, Swerve, you was talking about how, like, even getting the Tesla robot, it's going to be a lot to service it, right? So I got Mama the Tesla Model X recently, and had to replace the windshield. The windshield is $2,200. You know what I mean?
Jesus, hard.
Yes. The front, because a lot of the technology for the self-driving feature is in the windshield itself. So it's bigger than just putting a new windshield on that thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, Cincinnati, what up?
Hey, I wanted to respond back to what you had just said before you went to the song break. Yo, you ain't got to quit, right, man? You just got to evolve. Like DJing, you just got to evolve it in all the way to a biz, like a whole brand. And you can pay somebody to do social media for you. You just have somebody do the content for you, take people, you DJ, whatever, and let them do it. You know what I'm saying? That way you still ain't got to be on your phone. So, I mean, and whoever at the radio station should be like helping you with that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all focus on the other stuff. It's just adjusting, y'all. Because, I mean, you can't quit what you doing. You put too many hours. You put more than 10,000 hours in what you're doing. Because you love it. You just got to make an adjustment. Because everything going to come the way it needs to come. And really, AI and technology is cheat code. So everybody should be making some money. You just got to figure out what's going to fit for you. But you don't have to quit. And you don't have to be the one in the phone. Like, you can pay somebody else to be in the phone. Matter of fact, you can take a script and you can assign a person who's an AI to help do everything for you and be the face. It ain't even got to be your face. It can be your avatar that you create. Like, it doesn't really have to be you. But y'all have to make the adjustment, man. I hate y'all talk about quitting. Y'all put too much work and time and effort into what you do. You got to make the adjustment. It's just about being the business now, like full-fledged business. I'm not saying y'all haven't already been one, but Like now is the time to readjust. And look at the small tasks and stuff that you do that get your brand out there. It's like Ray running the brand, and that's the stuff that you need to take. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so, like you're right, but also there's a lot of DJs out there. Too many to be exact. You got fans now doing. They was once fans, and now they're considered artists and DJs and things of that nature. One, a lot of DJs don't have that luxury, meaning money to pay somebody to do this, that, and third. Like I remember at a time, yeah, I had a crew with me to pay them off of my gigs that I do to help carry my gear and stuff like that, records and stuff. Now, being that it's so saturated, the game's so saturated, it's like most of us roll solo dolo because the money that we get is in, some of these DJs, that's all they do day in, day out. They'll probably have, a couple of gigs throughout the week. And they're in survival mode right now and surviving in day by day to live. I know few DJs, they homeless in a sense. They staying with this person, staying with that person, doing what they need to do. And that's why I always count my blessings every day. For every little gig that I get. I'm not only a DJ, I do other things too. But yeah, I'm in survival mode too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you gotta, elevate, but now I see everybody doing. I have tons of people, I teach too, but I have all people come to me all the time. They, I wanna do what you do. I wanna learn how to DJ. And I'm looking at them like I don't have a problem teaching them. I don't have a problem, but I'm like, do you really love this? Like I love it. Got 30 years in. You're like, I'm still doing it. I done changed over time from the records to the CDs, to controllers, and where we at now, computers and all that. But I'm like, some of these people just want to do it because everybody's trying to make a buck. Everybody's trying to outdo one another. There's new DJs coming into this. They'll steal a bag from Epidemic. They'll steal a bag from Cuddy, from Raymond, from me. They'll low cut us. And this is a real thing. They'll, our price is our price. And we're not going to stand because we know our value. We know we got experience. But we'll have somebody that's today that's not a DJ. Tomorrow they a DJ. They got schools. They got all this different thing. And they be like, they just want to get in. Oh, I'll do a $50. They'll do 5 hours, $50 or less for some bottles of liquor and food and shit like that. I mean, when we talking about this, we talk about surviving because I believe everyone that's on this platform right here love what they do because they show up here every Wednesday to find out the new information, to find out the new music and stuff like that. We do educate ourselves as a small community here, and we try to move forward. But we also deal with real life issue battles out there in the field as far as with this music and surviving as a DJ. There should be a freaking
that's a problem right there for surviving. It's trying to transition all of that. You have to transition to thriving. Just surviving ain't gonna make it no more. And that's anywhere you at. New York, Atlanta, anywhere you at. It's no more, y'all can't, survival is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to come up with another way. You know what I'm saying? And you've been in it 30 years. So guess what? You can put courses together. If you don't like copy, if you want to make sure it's a next generation of DJs that carries on the tradition, because there are people out here who are serious. It's a percentage that are serious. You put a course together, and you can do master classes. That's all that you can go from DJing to teaching. But you put in 30 years, you put in over 10,000 hours. That's what I was talking about. Now you're able to teach somebody. And guess what? Somebody will pay you to teach.
Oh no, I'm already in that mode. I know what to do, what it takes. I'm speaking of people that I know that's when I say survival, I'm not talking about me per se, but I'm talking about the ones that maybe only got 5 years experience, 10 years experience, or maybe got more years than me and just don't know. And in the transition, I'm on calls all the time, speaking with different people from all over the state here. And I hear, their concerns, and I'm in a lot of different rooms on a Facebook, and I see, I try to stay aware of what's going on, how things are moving, what's, taking up. I always gathering information, and then I'm also questioning myself, like what I'm doing. Am I going about it the right way? What's the new? I'm always thinking about tomorrow. I live in today, but my mind is in tomorrow, next week. I'm thinking, like, my mind racing even when I'm sleeping. Sometimes I wake up like, damn, I need to rest my brain, because sometimes it's working when it shouldn't be working. It needs to rest. But I do think of others. I care about, I'm saying, I'm a person that cares. So I'm just I really love DJs. I fight for DJs. You know what I mean? Just like CL does. And that's why he has this platform and created this company, what I'm saying, for the DJs. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, how us DJs, how are we going to move forward and put things together? Not everybody has a great mindset like yourself or like us up on here.
It's not about a mindset. Well, it is about a mindset, but it's just understand, like, a lot of time it's pride too. Just knowing, just coming to ask the question or come ask for help. Like that is the main thing I see. Like I'm in different rooms too, so that's why I'm so adamant in making sure I'm firm and being motivated to say what I'm saying. I know it's like what I'm saying. The most people is always they say it's easy said and done, but just do it. Just try to execute on it. Attempt to execute on it, because you ain't got no choice. You better do it while you got the freedom to choose to do it, because you're gonna be forced to do it. I'd rather choose to do it and change on my own and already see it coming and be ahead of it before they make me change. Because if they make you do it, you gonna hate it even worse.
Israel, you want to speak ahead? You got your hand up.
Yeah, I was just saying, like what Ray brought up earlier, that that Atlanta and Atlanta takeover. And Atlanta takeover is real special because what they did basically was they ganged up on the industry. They all came together and they all got on each other's records. And that's how they took the trophy from New York. And that's why California was never able. If California artists, from the Bay to San Diego, were they would have gang up on the industry as one, man, that they would have, they would have been able to take over the same way. And in states like Texas, where the fan support is big, they didn't even have to branch out of Texas. They could just eat off of Texas all day and they live it, So I would say that that's kind of the secret. And the key too is coming together. Many hands make light work is a principle that I live by. And so how do you come together and co-support each other and find gigs for other people? If a gig comes up in Toledo or in Indianapolis, and you like, I gotta get a flight plus take this gig, and I'm gonna come home with $200. Oh, but I know Head Rush is right there. Okay, I'm gonna hit Head Rush, and I'm gonna give him that gig, and thinking about others when you're in those rooms. Okay, how can this make everybody else eat? And the crazy thing about that is there's nothing that you can't do for yourself that in turn won't start happening for everybody else around you. What? Hold on. What the fuck is going on? Yo, what happened? That's weird. Could y'all hear me that whole time?
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah, you just went out like at the little end right there, but we heard everything else.
Yeah, that was weird. But yeah, so yeah, I was just saying, like, there's nothing you can't do for others that doesn't happen for yourself. If you love, give up a bunch of love gonna come back. If you make other people successful, success is gonna come back. And so it's just about being principled in your nature, that you put in a bunch of deposits, because there's different types of capital, and social and relational capital is a capital in and of its own. And DJ's got the ability to make that. And then on top of that, yeah, making adjustments to the technology. Make sure you got a QR code when you're doing your gigs and you're collecting data and you're building a text-based list of people and an email list. And okay, if the club ain't gonna give you or ain't paying you and you're doing a gig where people got to buy tickets. Okay, I want that email.
You went out.
Yeah, I think your service is go
Well,
ahead, Cuddy.
I need that data.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, your service is kind of going in and out, Israel.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, it's me because I'm driving.
Yeah,
I'm headed to DC. All right.
No, I feel what you're saying though, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I've been able to DJ as long as I have, strictly through network. You know what I mean? Like you said, I can't do a gig, I shoot it to the homie. Homie can't do a gig, you shoot it to me. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely a big part, and I'm sure that's for a lot of us on here. You know what I mean? Like I said, that network has kept me going for fucking 20 years. You know what I mean? On top of fact, just word of mouth from other clients and other places. You know what I'm saying? Cuddy, you there?
Oh yeah, we're no, I ain't had too much kind of crazy to say, but they said Big Meech came home.
Yeah, I seen that. Well, he's at a halfway house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just got the phone. I'm like, oh, word?
Yeah, because I'd heard 2025, so maybe this is part of it. He'll probably stay in I think like halfway house and curfew type shit for a little while till he's officially like considered off whatever next year,
Being in the halfway house ain't a bad thing though.
They putting
in
them
the
in
halfway
a
house, you can still get out, and you can get out, get your money. As long as it's legit, you can
it's
still do what you
official.
need to do.
They definitely putting them in a halfway house until 2026. That's what.
Yeah, that's a condition of the parole.
That's the only reason why he's getting out right now.
That's a good thing again, because it's a head start to get you back into society and get you right, going on the right path.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure the man got a bag saved up to where he'll be cool. But the thing is, now he's able to invest that money, those funds that wasn't allocated by the feds, into something that's profitable and legit. And while he's in that halfway house, he's gonna do nothing but stack money because his time outside is gonna be limited. So he's really gonna bubble up for real.
He gonna talk to 50 Cent about that BMF money.
Yeah, no.
You heard that? Hey, where's my bag at, Mr. Jackson?
I would hope 50 had already included him in that, if I'm gonna be real.
You already know he did.
Because his son was in the show, right?
Yeah, his son in there. I'm sure his son could have a job for him. He could like, okay, my dad's my manager. So
exactly.
When we get out, manage him, whatever. So I'm sure he's set up once he
Trust me, 50 is not gonna make a bag off that man's life and not cut him in. Come on now.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Come on now. The way Fifths is set up, man, he's definitely not finna do that, bro. Dude is finna cut him a bag. So, I mean, and then you mess around and have another part 2 of that story coming out.
But don't he got is the brother too? You know what I mean?
I'm not hearing nothing about the brother.
Already got taken care of. Remember when Southwest T got out? He took care of him.
How long he been out?
For what? 2-3? About 2-3. Around when the BMF show came out. It was like within that year, maybe.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And Southwest T got out last year, wasn't it? When he got home.
Yep, T home.
Yeah, it was last year when he got home. And if I'm not mistaken,
Sugar be out in a minute too.
Oh dang, Sugar on his way home.
You guys will hate me. Will probably laugh at me at this. I was hired to DJ an event in North Carolina, and I didn't know it was for him. And what happened was they shut it down because it was beds all over outside, so nobody wanted to come. So they had to cancel the event. It was like a all white event. So I didn't know until like a year later it was for him. I was like, what? Because of his release. It was so crazy.
Wow. Yeah. There's probably more stories than that, than we know. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that was in Winston-Salem, so you know how the area place is.
Well.
Yo, Meech is one of the smartest to ever do it, man. Across the nation.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The certain ones are coming out, certain ones don't going. Oh man, it's crazy. What a world.
What a world. All right, so another one from Samarison. We've been playing a couple of her records over the past couple of weeks. She's been starting to drop a lot more. Some are saying a little too similar to like Doja Cat. You know, well, at least they're making a comparison in the voice, in the delivery. But I do respect the fact that you know, she on some other rap shit. I saw a clip. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna play it real quick from Yo Yo, which she said this.
It's just the same. And you know, I talk to him after I'm disappointed in what I hear. I'll say, you know, that you could be great because I like your flow or I like this. I'm like, you know, but listen, I mean, I know I don't want to disappoint you, but that right there, it's just, I mean, I don't like it. You know, I don't like the subject. I don't like what you're talking about. I mean, you know, I think a lot of women, you know, have done this and, you know, some of them have made a lot of money doing it, but I mean, that's going to play out real soon. And, you know, just be more creative in your shit. I hear so much of the same being spit at me. It's rare that I hear something different.
So that was a clip from Yo Yo, you know, speaking on the state of the women in hip hop today. It's kind of become a lot of low hanging fruit, don't you think? I mean, at this point, again, especially with like how much porn has blown up and how much, you know, people are going to YouTube for content, whatever. It's like, you know, again, and this kind of plays back in the same conversation around the social media because you get enough people looking at you, all of a sudden you can decide to get into music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to hear some of the veterans. You know, I mean, it's no different because we're seeing the men do it on the man side as well. But you know, I mean, it's almost similar to what's happening with Ice Spice and kind of the disappearance. I remember Ed Lover had made a comment about it, like he was like, "Yo, I ain't got nothing against Ice Spice, but everything that she's doing right now, like if this is going to be the only lane, she's not going to last long." You know what I mean? Because again, the music isn't the priority; it's the image and the attention that you get on yourself. So, you know, and we got a handful of women on here, and I'd be curious if any of you care to chime in on how you feel about, you know, some of the female rappers today. You know what I mean? Like I think Glorilla's hard, but I think Glorilla, like, she represents she, like I said, she comes from the hood chick era. She a hood chick girl. You know what I mean? She ain't necessarily on the hood rat type, you know. And I could be mistaken. Megan Thee Stallion, I think is dope. You know, she definitely is a student of the game. So like I said, I just think there's some differences in the level of the female rapper today. So let me get off on my TED talk though real quick.
Yo, Raymond, did you like realize like it seems kind of, other than Gorilla bringing out her project, but before that, it seemed it got a little bit quiet with the females from where we in the fall, right? So at the time, well, I would say the from I say fall of last year into late summer this year, you know, the women was definitely, it was most predominantly them, you know, putting out the music, you know, no matter what no matter what it was. But now since the like Atlantic Records dropping 50 people from the label and of course the employees getting let go. You know, they're not the only label too, but pretty much all of them downsizing. So now I've been noticing that that energy haven't been the same.
Yeah.
I haven't been hearing the, you know, females coming out with records. Like you said, though, of course, the sales have been very low. You know, I scratched my head about, okay, who's really well, I know probably a low number of people actually buying the records, who's streaming the records. Yeah, we talk about the youth, but are they really listening to albums? We know it's mostly single driven. I think if anybody listened to the album, it's probably us, to be honest with you. It's us that's really listening to the whole full body of work. I'm sure if I could probably go out here and do a survey, young kids that, yo, do you listen to such and such project? Or no, I could ask them a question first, set them up. Like, who do you like? And they be like, yeah, I like da-da-da-da. Oh, do you know they got a whole project out? Okay, you do? Or have you listened to all of it? It probably might be no.
Yeah, or they'll tell you I like track 7. not know the name of it.
Right. You know what I mean? Like in this to me, I always say, who are really core fans? You know what I'm saying? You got certain us, I figured, let's say all of us content creators or listeners, student of this music, if you will, we're the ones that's really critiquing these people's music. We're listening to that, not just the single, but the whole body of work, you know, and really they can't knock a ball out the park. You know, it's just they got here and there music. And with that being said, as people have been saying, saying, oh, I don't see them going the length of time, because if they can't do a body of work right now, I would say their prime, if you will. You know, it's like they beginning their prime. How they gonna sound if they get to 4 or 5 albums in down. You know what I'm saying? Spice, you know, and I do like her because she's from my borough. Do I listen to all of them? No. I only play her music had played her music in the spot, but her body work, I haven't listened to it, but it didn't get great reviews, and the numbers was really low. You know, and now she's real quiet because I haven't seen or heard anything from her in the past, I would say 2 months at least. You know, so what's really going on? And she's with a major label, and she had hell of endorsement deals. Big endorsement deals. Like I said, for those that didn't know, before her album got released, she had her own Metro pass on a Metro.
Yep.
You know, for in several stations. So the marketing was very big for her. But did the companies recoup everybody that had their hands in basically her pockets? Did they recoup? We know the answer to that.
Well, I also heard though too, like she did her deal pretty smart, like where she didn't have to do a lot of recouping. You know what I mean? Like she had her hands pretty like in some smart business moves around the contract. So who knows? You know what I mean? But I mean, the truth be told, she could never do music again, and she's still gonna be all right because she's.
Yes.
You know, she can get all them ambassadors. She can get all them ambassadorships, and you know what I mean. Like it's why I give Sweetie mad props. Like Sweetie, she's built so much of again, Sweetie has her brand. Everybody wants to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So, and this is again where I say, man, you know, a lot of this stuff feels like cash grabs. You know, it's just like, hey, let me pop in real quick, get popular. And you know, and it definitely works more for the women. This is why I want to make sure I'm not insulting women. And Brooke, you made a very, you know, right on statement in the chat right there. Shout out Brooke Black. You know what I mean? In which, you know, these people, you know, powers that be are creating a product. You know, whether it's more sexually driven or not, like that becomes the product. You know what I mean? So, go ahead, Israel. Was you gonna pop in? I think he froze again right there. Huh? All right, word. Let's run a record. Hopefully we still got Bangladesh popping in here pretty soon. Thank everybody for popping in, hanging out. Of course, rest in peace, MF Doom. Like I said, to me as a re-release. So I was who was that saying in the chat that they're doing a re-release of the vinyl? Kevin, if you there, if you know anything about that, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, that's me, K-Max. Yeah. They doing a whole reissue. They're doing one where it's gonna be a picture disc, and it looks like a giant donut, and it's a 7-inch with it. I don't think you could post links in the chat for some reason. But yeah, it's going to that. Oh, okay. I could I'll post a link in the chat, but it's coming out, I think, around November 11th or the 8th or something like that. So it's gonna be a picture disc, a colored vinyl, and one of those editions, the deluxe, it's gonna have a 7-inch remix with a Just Play song that I don't know.
Okay, very dope, very dope. Well, again, rest in peace, MF Doom. Like I said, that got sent to me as a re-release, so that's I imagine that's got to be part of the tease right now. Because I don't even know if that's on streaming services, to be real. So maybe it's becoming available on streaming services. Not sure.
Maybe they're doing a window, you know, have it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, come out with the physical copies, you know, 2 week or a month, whatever, you know, get the money up on that. Then, you know, later on, you know, put it on the streaming services. That's what a few people are doing. They like, you know, of course, the bundle pack merch with physical copies if they have, and have it out there so they can try to, you know, recoup some money for their core fans, the true fans, you know, that really wants, you know, what they have to offer the product. For a minute, transition was kind of crazy. I'm like, wow, with the way it went from that. I'm like, and then for some reason when I heard when it first came on, I miss Sean P, man, and Sean Price. I wish I could. He, you know, what I'm saying, definitely miss his style, you know, music for sure.
Yep, indeed. Yep, indeed. Catch your ears on this one, y'all. Let me know what you think. One of the homies sent this through. I don't know if it got to you as well, Swerve, or you got a chance to listen to it, but they pushing this girl, Destiny Riders. See what y'all think.
Can't fold on a bitch like me. Gotta know when you see YT. Every time I'ma get my green. What you think about me? What you think about me? Big shit sitting in my double cup. Sitting here wondering what the fuck is up. How you it when you ain't with us? Ain't with us. How would you like it if I play with your mind and then I play with your time? And that's what we divided right now. Try to get over on me just to get closer to me. And now you see my body is addictive. No escaping. Going round for round now. I've been sipping. Everyone around you, but you miss it. You know I'm addictive. Reminiscing. My body is addictive. No escaping. Going round for round now. I've been sipping. Everyone around you, but you miss it. You know I'm addictive. Reminiscing.
All set. I heard you nigga broke, this is shine. Because I'm a jelly, it got the pain. $4,000 for a dinosaur pain. 45,000 for a rolling plane chain. When I walk in the building, these bitches, they know my name. If you reaching for my chin, I hit you with the chopper bang. These bitches from the back, I spec up like a booty turn. Dabbing in Balenciaga, make a orangutan. I got babies in the kitchen, babies in the living room. Molly, if you wanna take a flight out to the moon. Get in the pussy, get the pussy like Shane Shoon. Taking money, you don't wanna fall, I never knew. I'm trapping all night, all with the noon. We are not the same, we are not like you. All they talking, all that poppin', nigga, is shit bulletproof. I just put the bitch up on the booth. She don't know about a nigga, paper keeper out the loop. Fucking bitches by the grill, fuck 'em by the dude. I don't fuck with you niggas, you and 12 bigger hoops. Funny bitch, your mama said they put roots. Never show a nigga where your mama head lay. Ay, KKK. White in my kitchen like the KKK.
Going round for round now, I've been sipping. Everyone around you, but you miss it. You know I'm addictive, reminiscing. My body is addictive, always giving. Going round for round now, I've been sipping. Everyone around you, but you miss it. You know I'm addictive, reminiscing.
All right. Yeah, appreciate the feedback right there. That one coming in from the fam, Chris Whammy. You get that one, Swerve? Chris Whammy sent you that one?
I did see a lot of mail from Chris Whammy. I didn't go through it yet, but I know him, so I'm sure I do got it. I do see he be sending stuff through. I just looked at my email this month, seen a lot of stuff he sent me. I didn't go through it yet. So I'll definitely that sounds dope. Got the tembo drum bob.
Yeah, like I said, I got a little essence of Aaliyah in there. You know what I'm saying?
I need more R&B. Like, you know, when you play some dope R&B, I immediately need that because that's the stuff that and plus, you know, R&B Fridays, which I do, and I do play that stuff. Like, if there's anything new and dope that I feel, I don't care what it is, I play it.
What? All right, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Kind of light today. We had two guests that unfortunately, backed out today, but we should be getting the bang here pretty soon. Again, if y'all got some records or whatever, feel free to send them over.
Nobody got
played.
That joint?
What's that?
Then nobody got that Ye joint?
Nah, he like I said, the same thing that Hot 97 teased is all he teased because we've been seeing everybody do the social media drops. So he just teased a snippet on his Instagram too. So like I said, that same thing that Hot 97 played, that's all anybody's got at this point. So I don't know if he's planning on dropping the whole record this Friday, or just to get another, maybe a little teaser to see what's happening. But see what up with Ye.
That's when you have ownership of your own shit.
Yes, correct.
Like, yo, no, we ain't going, make sure it don't. And being he's a producer and he's in the studio, watching the engineer too. Like, yeah, I'm watching what you're doing. Better not email that to nobody.
And as a matter of fact, when we done, put that on the stick and let me go.
Yeah, they put that whole session. Yeah, delete that off your computer. Yeah, put that on the drive. Yeah, I'm out of here. See,
that shit is crazy because people be getting mad checks to go leak some music, yo. That shit is not a lie.
Have you heard the story? Well, let me ask you this, and everybody, do y'all know of it's a film out? I was at the premiere, I would say 2 years ago. It should be out now. It was it's about the mixtape game. I forget what the actual name called, but it's like it's about the culture of the mixtape culture. It was done right before it was done. Well, the premiere, it was done, the actual film, when I went to the premiere of it, it was done before K. Slay passed away. He was in the hospital still at the time. But, they got everybody in there from the East Coast, from Atlanta, DJ Drama, from out West, overseas, all over about the whole mixtape, the 90s, within the 90s mixtape culture and all the DJs that, was coming out with the music that they came out with. But a few stories was said about, some of the DJs and how they got the exclusives. And, a few people, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but just a few different people saying about like how they was getting the exclusive before the record labels was getting it. And some of them was like, yo, they would either pay off the interns at the record label to go in the A&R's room and maybe make a dub copy of the DAT tapes, the DAT tapes that they had or whatever. Or maybe they'll go to studios, the actual recording studio, find out where the artist recording and maybe hit the engineer off with something. And back then Pro Tools was still around, but they was also still using tapes, 2-inch, 1-inch reel to reels. And people was getting mixed the exclusive like that. And it was like, I was doing tapes at that time, but I ain't had no money to be giving away, because people was giving away $500, $1,000 to be the first to have those exclusive on a mixtape, which was dope. I think we got do we got Bangladesh up here? Is that him? I don't know if that is Raymond. Is he on?
Yeah, I think so. Angel Bang, that's you? Yes, sir.
They trying to connect.
I think connected to the audio real quick. So
let's do your thing. Go ahead.
Yep. Yo, Bang, that's you? Trying to see if that audio. I'll tell you what, we're gonna play a song. We'll play a song then while we figure out the audio scenario. Check this one out, y'all. Little homie of mine out here on the West Coast. Peep game.
Yeah. Who you came with? Tell me who you came with. No, you are too thick. Ooh. I just gotta talk shit. You know that. Everybody on that. Everybody on that. Everybody on that. On that. On that. I think we need to have a conversation. Addicts. Lock it. Stop. Hop G. Bell. Bang. Hallway. Know I'ma spit. I'm lit. Yeah. Ooh, and she never had the in her life. I let her better hectic. What the nigga that's okay. Who you came with? I just gotta know who you came with. Ain't tell me though. You are too thick. I just gotta talk shit. That's how I feel. Everybody on that. Everybody on that. Everybody on that. On that. I think we need to have a conversation, yeah. Come on. Mix. Don't fix. Yeah. Me. To be.
My apologies, y'all. I played the show track. We had recently did a show together. That's why I see like there was no bars in there. My apologies. But either way, Ma, we go by the name Mr. Milky, super dope. He a little older, you know what I mean? But he got hella energy. You know what I mean? The live shows be lit. But like I said, you know, we in the space, you know, there ain't no age on this thing. So shouts to it's still Milky. Shout out Old School. That's all good. If you would have maybe heard the whole song, you might feel differently. But it's all good. But Bang Bang, is you there? Was you able to get the mic working? No. Can you hear us? All right. Are you on a phone or a computer?
Ask him if he could type if he hears in the chat. I don't know. Is he frozen?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I said. I feel like he keep going.
He might have to log out, log back in.
Yeah, it kind of seems like he keep freezing right there. I can't tell. Bang, if you are familiar with the chat, Bang, if you could type something in there and just let us know you can actually hear us, because we can't hear you. And it looked like your mic is off. So if you can say something, because it looked like you was connected to the audio there a second ago. Big vibes upon vibes. No Nesta. Epidemic, give us a bagger. You said that just dropped today?
Yeah, that just dropped today. I had that record for a minute, but it's finally out there. So all the DJs, they could play it now. Anybody needs a record, I could send it to them. But you know, that's just out of Gio's work, promo kid from it, you know. So he brought on Capella Gray, and now we have Nesta. So I've been pushing Nesta and Capella Gray.
All right, word.
Yes.
Dope record for sure.
I seen when you premiered that on your show like 2-3 weeks back. Yeah, send the pack through. We'll put it up.
Yeah, I got you. I just finished the mixed intro, so I'll send that over.
All right, cool. All right, Raymond, you got it.
All right, sound good. How we doing over there, babe? We got the mic working. Now you gotta unmute yourself.
You good?
There we go.
Yeah.
That's right.
How you
All right,
doing?
Bangladesh, man, in the building. Much love, much respect, man. Thank you for joining the call.
Thank you. How you doing?
Where we checking in from? You ATL?
I'm in Iowa right now. I'm at my mama's house.
Okay, very nice. Love the moms out there.
Mm-hmm.
How's that weather out there in Iowa?
That's cool. It's straight for October, man. Like, you know, it's cool. You know, I stayed layered though. I stayed layered.
That's right. So do you got some roots to Iowa?
Yeah, I'm from Des Moines.
Okay, very nice. Okay, big shit. How long you been out though in the ATL now? Because that's where you stay now, yeah?
Yeah, I've been in Atlanta for like 30-some years, like 30 years probably.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah. For anybody not familiar, man, records upon records for this man right here. Legendary producer. The resume is super thick. You know what I'm saying? So did you move that long time ago in ATL for the music aspirations? Go get it?
Yeah. Yep.
Word. That's right. I know I honestly can't think of an artist from Des Moines, Iowa, so much respect to you.
Actually, T-Boz from TLC from Des Moines.
Okay. That's right. All right. Shout out T-Boz, no doubt. You know what I mean? But one more time again, Bangladesh hanging out, man. Got a new record with B King, may he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Was you guys actually able to get together before he passed?
Yeah, we shot a video like 3 days, man, before he passed away. Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just was with him. Then you know, you wake up to the social media and like, bruh dead. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, we losing way too many, yo. Like I said, I would love to add, ask your opinion on that too, man, because we losing a lot of hip hop greats, and how for yourself? Like, has any of that made you make any kind of life changes or whatever, or you just, this toll of the lifestyle is taking its toll on people?
Well, man, I always like, I have always like paid attention to my lifestyle. So I always been on a health journey, you know what I'm saying, for a while, you know what I'm saying? Like ever since I moved to Atlanta, like I stopped doing a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I first stopped eating pork and beef. Then it just escalated to like really like nothing for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
I
that's
got
all
it to a point where, I ain't really like consuming like a lot of things that I grew up consuming, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what his situation was though, you know what I'm saying? But just speculating, definitely need to take care of yourself though, you know what I'm saying? Because we stay up so long in the studio, and the longer you up, the more you eat, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like not really a good time to be eating at certain times, and the things that you are consuming and food way different now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the purpose is to like make you unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really do you gotta really study it and pay attention to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm not trying to have any health scares. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the age of heart attacks and strokes is like becoming younger and younger. It used to be like a 60-year-old thing. Now it's like I know some niggas in 30s and 40s, man, they're having heart attacks and dying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I
Yes.
think you bring up just the studio, but let alone even tour life. All
Just
of it.
a
Love
lifestyle.
life.
Yeah, just a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really have some discipline.
Did you have a particular scenario for you where you just started to pay more attention to it? Like especially even when you talk about
Oh
consuming
man,
less and less things.
I think just my stuff runs in the family. So my grandma passed of diabetes, so like that first got my attention. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just paying attention to your family tree and the cycle. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. Like there's a few things going on in the family tree, so it's like you gotta either do better or it's just gonna be like a part of the cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I heard something the other day where it said stuff like that is not necessarily hereditary. It's the habits that get passed down within the family as to why it stays in the family. You know what I mean? So, well, salute to you, man. Salute. Like I said, we ain't gonna try to get too somber, but like I said, the idea, this record got Beat King on it, who was just a monster. You know what I'm saying? So,
he was talented, man. He was a workaholic too.
Yeah, no, straight up. This dude, he got a big catalog.
Actually, like this wasn't even what we planned to do. I actually got him to feature on something else, but I wanted him to do something specific on the record. I had a whole nother record already done. I just needed him to do something like this little part. And he said he would do it, but he never did it. Like he kept giving me excuses and stuff. So he sent me the record with this verse on it, but the verse didn't match the record that I was working on. You know what I'm saying? So I took the verse, I took what he did and made a new beat out of it, and it became the hook. So that's just
and that's for this record. And that's for this record. Look better.
Record, right? Yeah, that's just
okay. Word.
It's the backstory of it. Though.
All right. Well, let's go on and run it since we done built it up, man. We got again the legendary Bangladesh in the building. This one got B King, rest in peace, and Bria. How you say the last name? Bria Biasi?
Yeah, Bria Biasi.
All right, word. Okay,
Yeah.
check this out, y'all. Run the visual again. Rest in peace, B King.
Bitches at? Where the hoes at? Yeah. Bitches at? Where the hoes at? Man, hold up. Hey. Yeah. Hold up. Every time I like a bitch, her partner look better. Car full of hoes, your baby mama in the middle. Pistol on my dick, ride around to the money. If club guard broke, Bernie Mac ain't funny. Your bitch on my dick, she financially flirty. I tell her, hold up, bitch, then that pussy start squirting. I can't love a hoe, ayy, I just love that dough, ayy. Visa over Lisa, pay a bitch, no way. Hold up.
Every time I like a nigga, myself get lit. Saw me on the gram and he could tell I'm the shit. Okay, that's her baby daddy, I could tell he rich. He gon' send me money not to tell that bitch. Okay, we in the club getting litty. He like the ass and the titties. Oh, I told him it's an even exchange to throw me the hundreds and fifties. He know the pussy be wet, grippy, spit on the top of the dick. Yeah, he keep a secret, he calling me Biggie. That nigga say I'm the GOAT, Billy.
Every time I like a bitch, her partner look better. Damn, car full of hoes, your baby mama in the middle. Pistol on my dick, ride around to the money. If club guard broke, Bernie Mac ain't funny. Yo, bitch on my dick, she financially flirty. I tell her, hold up, bitch, then that pussy start squirting. I can't love a hoe, ayy, I just love that dough, ayy. Visa over Lisa, pay a bitch, no way.
If my bestie fuck for money, I support her, get it, bitch. Half you hoes be all in love, yo, nigga cheating ain't getting shit. Nigga, if you broke, then hush it up. Throw that asshole, fuck it up. It feel better on a pill, she took that perk and crushed it up. His pockets ain't big enough, his daddy look richer. I've been squatting on his face so long, my ass done got thicker. Yeah, I hate it when I like a nigga, he not the big homie. Nigga, if you ain't dropping checks, there ain't no dropping dick on me, baby.
Every time I like a bitch, her partner look better. Damn, car full of hoes, your baby mama in the middle. Pistol on my dick, ride around to the money. If club guard broke, Bernie Mac ain't funny. Yo, bitch on my dick, she financially flirty. I tell her, hold up, bitch, then that pussy start squirting. I can't love a hoe, ayy, I just love that dough, ayy. Visa over Lisa, pay a bitch, no way. Hold up.
Yeah, man. One more time again. Rest in peace, B King. Legend of the t-shirts. Real spill. That fool always had some crazy t-shirts.
Simple too.
Yeah. Just, you know what I mean? But they was always hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So so you saying that you got an acapella that didn't match with something else you were doing, and then you created that beat out of that based on his acapella?
He actually recorded to this other song that I wanted him to do. But I didn't like what he did because he didn't do what I asked him to do. He did what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I just, as a producer, I'm just trying to make it make sense. So I didn't want to waste what he did, and I just recreated something around it.
Yeah.
But what he did on there was just a verse, but I made it a hook on this. So like,
Okay. Real producer shit. We talk about that a lot, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Producers versus the beat makers. You know what I mean? So
yeah, real producer shit.
yeah, real producer. Nah, much respect, man. And like I said, for people who ain't hip, I'm just gonna run through some of the records. I mean, 6'7" a Millie did it on them. Diva. I mean, the resume stick, bro. You do work with some hella cats. You know what I'm saying? Wild out here. How did you connect with Lil Wayne?
Through a mutual friend. Somebody I went to school with was working with him, so I sent them beats to give to him, and he, that's when he picked the melody. Then after that, we was locked in after that, but there was a lot of other things that was going on after that, but yeah, a mutual friend connected us.
Okay. And I didn't mean to cut you off right there. What was you about to say? 5-time winner?
5-time Grammy Award.
5-time Grammy winner. Got the trophies in the
Five
case.
of them. 5 of them. Not too many people can't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. That's ill. That is super ill. You know what I mean? And again, Furthermore, just real producer shit, man. You know what I mean? I dig the fact that you even saying what you're saying about that's not the vision you had for the record, so you was able to make it happen in another way, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, he was giving me a lot of runaround, man. I could tell he ain't want to do what I was asking him to do. But I wish he would have did. No, actually, I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad he rebelled. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have made this.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Super dope, man. Like I said, we got Bangladesh in the building. Y'all, if anybody got a question, want to show some love, now would be the time. You want to raise your hand, chime in, you know what I'm saying? So one time for Miss Jeannie Sweetness. Always nice to see you. What's happening?
Yes. Hey, pleased to meet you, Bangladesh.
So
Jeannie
how you doing?
Sweetness represent for the Caribbean. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I got my little paper here. I'm just kidding. So just a couple quick questions, right quick. So you've produced for Flo Milli, Conway the Machine, Erica Banks. So I want to know, in the younger generation, who do you feel got next? Who's carrying that torch right now?
In the younger generation, there's a lot of artists that I like. I can't really put my finger on them. I like that dude in Texas. What's his Big X? What's his name? Big Plug.
Yeah.
Plug.
Big as a plug, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. I think Glorilla got something going. I like how she came back and like got it going. You know what I'm saying? I like Flo Milli.
Flo J.
Yeah, I like Kodak. I like a lot of dudes. I like a lot of people. But I can't say this. I can't say that I listen to them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know an artist that like really got my attention where I actually like play. Now, when I hear it, I can enjoy it, but actually like waiting for it to drop and getting into it and feeling that feeling, I don't know.
Not yet. When you're in the lab, when you're creating, mentally, where do you go? Like, how are you able to conjure, your talent? Like, where is that coming from?
I think it's just a lifestyle. Like my production is like really like a representation of like the way I live and think and eat and dress and like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because I'm a quiet person, so like that's kind of my way of expressing myself. You know what I'm saying? So my beats be real big and simple, but like impactful and loud and like got a lot of feeling and like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of how a lot of flavoring, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of how I would describe it. But where it comes from my inspirations, you know what I'm saying? It's like I come from a different era. So I come from the era where we used to read the credits and buy the CDs and the albums and shit. So like that is more like reading the credits and seeing who did what, the stuff that was actually touching my stuff. So I would like say Timbaland, Organized Noise. There's a lot of them, but I would say like them in particular, like I would say that's where my energy and my style kind of transformed into Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Final question, because I'll ask so many questions, but my final question, my grand niece is literally named Amelia, and yes, they did play they played a Millie for her coming out for her birthday. Did you know that song was gonna do what it does? Still, what it's doing? Did you know?
I knew when I made the beat, it was special. Like I knew when I made the beat, it was special. when I heard the song that he put on it,
Weezy.
I didn't. I it's not what I anticipated, so I didn't really like it at first because it's not like what I had thought about doing. So my expectations killed the joy of me hearing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was expecting something else, and it wasn't like we come from a structured era. Like you had to have a hook and this, and he was just. And I thought, I'm like, man, this nigga ain't got no hook on it. But then the vocal I put on there, Millie is the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the hook. So I was really tripping. But to give you a backstory, before we even got to the song, before he even recorded the song, he made it an interlude on the Carter 3. It was just going to be an interlude. You see how your face looking? Like that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Well, like he made it an interlude. Cause like I said, you know, my production is like it's a new invention. So when you hear it, you might not know what to do with it. I think he knew it was a dope beat, but he didn't know. Like he never heard this before. So it's like, I don't know. So somewhere along the way, he made the song. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't even rapping on interlude. He had like a lot of the young dudes he had on Young Money rapping on the interlude. So we wouldn't even really have heard a Millie. But I wouldn't even have sold him the beat if it was just going to be interlude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would have took my out like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I played that beat for a lot of people. Like every time, that was one of them beats that everybody liked. You know what I'm saying? Like executives try to buy the beat without knowing what artist. They just like, man, I know it's a hit. I know it's a hit. I played that beat for Cassidy in studio. Cassidy wanted me to take the vocal out the beat. And I was like, nah. So it's like, you know, but when I made that beat, I intentionally wanted to give it to Wayne. You know what I'm saying? That was the intention. So I would never sell the beat. I would never sell the beat until I actually allowed him to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he didn't want it, then I would have just moved forward. But I couldn't sell the beat until my plan actually like fell through. You know what I'm saying? But it worked out. And Millie Cat turned out to be one of the biggest things of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Thank you so much for allowing my questions.
Welcome. Thank you for asking.
Is that a part of the process, Bang, where you come up with something and you like, this would be good for this person? I want to reach out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm the visionary. Like producers, we're the visionary. We have the vision. You know, you send your beats to people. If you just send the beat to people, like I could send, like, for example, I could want Rihanna on something, right? So I send it over there to Rock Nation or Omar or something. And they might hear Big Sean. They be like, oh man, we'll give this to Big Sean. I'm like, nah, man. And it's not a like big, I ain't knocking Big Sean. It's just not you're not gonna make it its full potential. Like it's important to listen to the producer because we create, like it starts with us. Like I made it first. Like I made it for, like, this is my invention. So let me give you the intel of where it should go or how I see it, you know what I'm saying? Or what it should do, you know what I'm saying? But people that's not invested in the creativity, that just play in the middle and just they don't have that feeling. They just trying to make plays, the closest thing to them. And maybe Rihanna is out the reach. Maybe they sit next to Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? So I just rather have made something for that specific person, not give them something that had an idea and it's just the whole vision. And if that artist just get on it, it'll go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Big Swerve, what's happening?
Bangladesh was good.
What's up, brother?
One producer to another, Swerve hits. Yo, great, remarkable career you've been having. You know what I'm saying? You know, your sound, you definitely came in with a different sound at the time where everybody's trying to figure it out. Earlier we was talking about technology, and I know you're on the cutting edge of technology and everything like that. Well, a couple questions. Well, one is, what did you start off with? What was your at what point did you get into production, and what did you start off with? What's the tools, the tools you start off with?
I started off with an MPC 2000 hardware, you know, and I ain't on the cutting edge of technology, bro. I still use that.
Okay, yeah.
It's not a 2000, it's a 2000 XL now. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I even got into the programs, the like pushing the button. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have 6 NPCs, and the XL is my first. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you still using that to this day? So the Millie was all created on an NPC.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope. So who are some of the people in the game that you haven't worked with, you would like to get in the studio with and work with?
That I haven't worked with. Nas. I would like to do a full project with Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Hit Boy did. You know, I feel like I could deliver that feeling that Illmatic had. I would like to work with. I would like to do more with Cardi. More with Nicki. I mean, I worked with them before, but I would like to do like what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. My last thing before I get up out of here, what you think that the game needs right now, since you know these big companies are downsizing, you know, artists is getting released from these labels and employees and stuff like that. You know, I know the producer bag ain't the same what it used to be. You know, the whole industry is downsizing as far as money costs. And I mean, everybody wants to get into the music industry, but the people that's been here for a long time is seeing a whole landscape of how this thing is playing out. So, you know what I'm saying? What you think moving forward, you know, what does the game need? What's the new plans? What's the new changes for the future to just make that feel and stay genuine and where it needs to be, where we just enjoy music and it can live on out. Well, music does outlive us, you know what I'm saying? But you got to create that food, you know, that will last the next 10, 20 years, 30 years, you know, and beyond.
Well, I think that's just it. Like, that's what's not happening. And I think that's what needs to happen, you know, getting into real, like, I think the internet, social media has taken away real artistry. You know, people have like artists now pay attention to social media too much, to where they're like following what their fans want from them instead of doing what they want to do to gain fans. You know what I'm saying? It's like the roles have reversed. It's like people go to social media and ask your fan, like, what do you want me to do? Like, and they like people chase waves and do all these things. It's like, you really not being an artist to me. Like, an artist is an individual that represents what that individual does. You know what I'm saying? Not when I'm a piano or the African beats come out and people start doing they do that, and trap come out, then they do that, then the New York style come, then they do, like, man, that's weak. That's weak. Like, why everybody doing the same thing? Like,
It's chasing
waves. Like, do you? Like, You know, that's going to create the separation. That's going to create the fan base. You would never hear Michael Jackson asking, "Yeah, you think I should do this or that?" Like, man, come on, man. That's where it's going wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a perfect time, since the labels sometimes drive that inspiration for artists to chase waves and stuff. So now that there's a downsize in the labels, it's time to get back to being authentic and being original.
All right, my brother, man. Blessings to you, man. Looking forward to hear more and more new stuff coming out, from you. Things like that. And you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, in time we'll meet. Swear, man. Peace.
Big gem. Like I said, I've been trying to put into words what you just said around social media and all this other type of shit. And that was it. I was like, he said it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Social media, man, is like, he's having like I see people having conversations like about who's better, Chris Brown or Michael Jackson, right?
Or Usher, right?
And it ain't, what I respect about Chris Brown is that he don't fall into the conversation. He would never say he better than Michael Jackson. But you see people like just with a microphone and with the platform to talk, they'll say, Chris Brown better than him, and he can backflip and he can do this and he could do that. And it's like Michael, he didn't have to backflip. Like Michael would just stand there and look at you and bitches would die.
crying in stadiums full.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why Chris Brown doesn't have that effect is because social media. It's too many. Like you could talk to these niggas. You could take pictures with these niggas. You be in their house, like you be right there with them. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't fanned out like you used to be. You know what I'm saying? So social media, man, is like really ruining a lot of things. It's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. We say it all the time. And like I said, it's always a deep discussion here. It definitely was another one today. I mean, because even furthermore, we're seeing artists almost unofficial releases. They just dropping them on their Instagram. You know what I mean? Like we were just talking about that with the Yee record. It gave us a little tease. You know what I'm saying? But even as of late, we saw what Cole did. We saw what Kendrick did. These haven't become official releases. They just, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? But I agree with you 150,000%. And I respect too the idea, even of you saying you have vision for these records. So, and I want to ask you, and if you choose not to answer,
I'm not a beat maker. I'm a producer.
Yeah. Indeed.
So like, if I was just making beats, then I wouldn't have a vision for the record. I would just make beats and send them, and like what happens to them happens to them. But I be connected with these. Like these are like my babies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's important that the plan follows through, because like when something happens that I don't feel, it don't tend to work out. You know what I'm saying? And I be mad that I sold that. Like, damn, wow. You know what I'm saying?
That was gonna be my next question. Has there been those moments where, like you said, you shot a record over with this, someone said this will be good for this, okay, I'll sell it. You know what I mean? But then it becomes something that you ain't messing with.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. Like it's tough being like an envelope pusher and against the grain producer, because like you're not doing the same things that the labels actually invest in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like rolling your dice. So in a dice game, you're gonna go with the odds and shit. You're gonna go with what you see works. You know what I'm saying? To get the investment, to get the benefit out your investment. So if I come in there with a milli, with a breakup, with these things that niggas ain't never did before or heard, the labels get resistance on this. They be like, man, I don't know about this. I don't know. I don't like this. Then it works. You know what I'm saying? So, and it don't only work, it becomes classic forever. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I said. You talked about being quiet and whatever, but impactful. I said 5 Grammy impactful.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't be saying too much. I just
yeah.
You hear it. You know what I'm saying? You hear it. I really do this. Like I'm really the one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Miss DJ Gracie Grace, you still there, ma?
Yes, I am. I'm here. Thank you so much, you guys. What's up, Mr. I'm sorry, Mr. Bangladesh. How are you doing?
How you
First
doing?
of all, I just want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to dive in deep to your creative mind, of course. I'm gonna ask a couple questions real quick. I wrote it down because it's one of those things that sometimes as a DJ. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am DJ Gracie Grace. I'm from Washington D.C. And so yes, how are you doing? And I DJ a lot in the DC areas, which is very different, of course, in other areas in the world. But one of my main question was how do the current and social issue influence your music and your lyrics in this in our new generation?
Say it one more time.
How do current and social issues influence your music and lyrics?
Oh. I don't know. Like I don't really talk like when I rap, you talking about when I rap?
Yes, when you rap, when you're producing music and the artists that you pick
I can't say it really affects my creativity or I use it in my music because those are like current issues or like dating. So it's like
like the things that's going on all around us, so like social issues around the maybe in our community, in our area. How does that influence your music when you're what your music you design, or even if it does?
I can't say that it does. I just be trying to make classics. Like sometimes when you putting current issues in your music, that issue's not gonna be current all the time. So it's kind of like for a time. You know what I'm saying?
So basically you just go by like the beat and then it just come out like naturally, organically.
Yeah.
Without even thinking what's going on, like kind of like very creative mind. Are there any hidden meanings and references in your songs that you think may have gone unnoticed from your fans and also as DJs, basically?
Hidden messages.
Yes. Like one example when you with Amelie, I know that was like 2011 and now it's 2024. And to me,
2008.
I mean 2008, but okay. 2024. And when I play that in DC clubs, which is not about twerking, it still works for me anyway. And so now was there like from between then to now, like between all the works that you've done, is there anything that like any hidden meanings that we're missing out of the reason for when you were producing the song?
Not really. I think probably like the process of creating music that has samples in it, stuff that you might know where it came from type shit. Like, like the Amelie is like it's a Tribe Called Quest remix. It's Fife Dog. So like if you want to go there, like a hidden secret, you know what I'm saying? But people don't know that.
It's just going by like
people just hear stuff and they just hear it. They don't know what like the intricate detail that goes into making something, or where you pull something from, or what triggered the inspiration for something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And with that being said, which artist's journey in the rap game do you admire the most and why?
What artist in the rap game do I admire the most?
Mm-hmm. Journey. Which artist's journey?
Which artist's journey?
Mm-hmm.
I like well, I think Kendrick Lamar is my favorite artist in rap music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And just because I could say like his music touched my spirit where it's like it feeds me something. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to music and just enjoy music, but like I'm not gonna really turn your music on unless it actually like it's on. It speaks to my frequency level.
You could feel it, and it could resonate to your while you're listening to it. I agree.
Like chill bumps.
Yes.
The hairs raise up on my arms and neck when I listen to it.
I agree. I had to like keep rewinding him one time, a couple times in the car.
Did you feel that way too even before
out.
this year? My bad, Grace, real quick. Did you feel that way even before this year, Bank?
I've been fucking with Kendrick forever. Hey,
all right. Just checking because a lot of people are getting like just hip to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
I love his bars and the meaning and everything that he says. Like it make you like think twice on things, and you want to like research it. I'm like, oh shoot, you know.
To me, the way I grew up when the last generation or the generation I grew up in, we use music as a learning tool. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't about knowing the words or what the words meant. If it sounded good, like you want to find out what the words meant. It was like a teaching, a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like now it's like when kids don't know what something is, it turns them, oh man, what is that, man? I don't know what that is. They want to feel stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool to be, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, then it was like, we got energized when we heard a rapper say a new word or something that we didn't know it was or something. Like we go try to figure it out. And that was like the beauty of music, because like it could be your 20th listen to where you figured it out. Like, damn, that's what man. It just keeps the thrill going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like Kendrick. I think that's, to answer your question, that's like my favorite.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering my questions. And I just want to shout out, I know you have new artists on site, Dita, and compare with him and all the artists that you like you work with. I think it's or you choose in the label are like because I could hear like when with his bars comparing to like the old like from 2011 2008. It's like I don't know, it just feel like it's going to be another 30 years for it, you know what I'm saying? It's just I just want to shout that out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Right on, Bang. You good on time?
I'm good. I'm straight.
Okay, word. Head rush, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Nice to meet you, bro. It's DJ Head Rush out from Midwest, representing Strong Style Radio, Fleet DJs.
Where you at in the Midwest?
Indianapolis.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, first of all, thanks for jumping on the call with us, bro. Second, when Gracie was asking about hidden messages, I always wondered what made you use Gladys Knight's keys at the beginning of a Millie, but it was nowhere else in the song.
I didn't even know what that was when I sampled it. I like emotions. So I like to do you like this. I like to keep you going. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like, you know, the track needed intro, and that, you know, I come from the era of intros leading into a different beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I come from that. So like that I wasn't really thinking about nothing, bro. I was just doing what I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I sampled it at first, but then I played it over because and to be honest, like I don't even think they noticed that sample. I don't think they noticed because I didn't have to clear that.
Got you. That was smooth. That was smooth. That was smooth.
Allegedly.
Like
I said, we ain't recorded this. You good?
Well, see, if y'all go back and listen to it, if y'all listen
Hey, let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Leave that alone.
No, what I'm just saying, I thought it was something else. You know what I'm saying? But no, for real though, bro, you are a genius behind the boards, man. You definitely make some dope tracks, and I applaud you for being able to hone in your skills and jump into the game. Like out of Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. Like Ray said it earlier in the call. When the first time somebody told me he was from Iowa, I was like, bro, you playing. Ain't nobody in hip hop in Iowa, but clear as day, here you are. Which leads me to my next question. What was the hip hop scene like in Iowa before everything took off for you? Did it seem like it was a promising situation? It was like dead end and you was like, I'm gonna do it anyway? Like, how did that work out?
The scene or the actual, like what I was seeing in the world? Or you talking about the scene in my city?
Yeah, like the scene in your city. Yeah, like in Des Moines.
The scene in my city, I mean, I feel like it's an identity crisis here. So it's like we're not representative of anything that's our own. It's like I remember hip hop being like whatever the hot shit was. Like if it was the West Coast, we was doing that. If it was the East Coast, we was doing that. So the scene here, we didn't have an identity to own. And growing up, there was like two rappers in the city that actually made music. You know what I'm saying? That one I knew, one of them, the other one my cousins knew. You know what I'm saying? So it was back then. You know, nobody did music back. It's not like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like because you had hardware, so ain't too many niggas got this shit. You know what I'm saying? You had to really have money to get this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't like it is now where you could just download programs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what separated those that wanted to do it from those that don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody finna just go out and splurge on some hardware and spend bands. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the scene here, like there was two niggas here. One I was like really into. The other one was cool, but the one that I was into, I knew him. He was an older dude, but he was friends of the family. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know him well enough to like study under him or be in the studio with him and not like that. But he did actually make it to Rap City.
Okay.
Like it was big for the city. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga was on Rap City. You know what I'm saying? And Corey D, he wasn't from here, but he lived here for a long time. So
got you.
It was inspirational to see him on TV. It kind of like let you know, like, you know, you can possibly make it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's what really drove my desire to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it was like,
gotcha.
inspirational to see him actually make it that far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you still feel that same inspiration on that you came from an era where you were stuck in between analog and digital, where you actually had to have some money and some talent to make beats? Now, all you got to do is have some information in the computer.
Well, I just do me, man. I just focus on what I'm doing. I feel like all that stuff is kind of like, there's always going to be new technology coming. So I feel like there's some things that never change. And there's some things that always change. I feel like hardware never changes. It's never going to change. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Programming and like the digital stuff is always going to change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I still work on hardware. You know what I'm saying? I use Pro Tools to record, and I might record into Pro Tools. But as far as like programming my beats and doing this, I just like that. I just like to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like,
yes, sir.
Like I did this so much, like my fingers cricket. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. All right. One last question, I promise. Do you feel like sometimes you need a real drummer to come in and help you lay down drum tracks versus using your hardware?
It depends what I'm producing. It just depends, like what the feeling is. Like, you know, it depends. If I want the live shit, if I'm doing something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna have that done, or I'm a program it together. You know what I'm saying? I could do all that shit myself. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends, man. Like it just depends on the sound and the style. Like I could produce anything. So like if I'm doing a country song, if I'm doing an R&B song, or I'm doing at least boom bap, if I'm doing something that I hear that it needs that, then I implement it.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I appreciate your time and chopping it up with me, my brother. Keep up the good work, man. And
thank you, brother.
Keep making them timeless tracks, man. You definitely doing what you need to do to keep your legacy alive, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep it up, man. Peace.
Shameless plug for the homie Head Rush there too. He nice on the drums. So if you ever need some help in Naptown, he got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right, cool. I figured that's why he was asking me.
He said, I've been around this long enough. I got it. Old school, you there?
What's good? What's good? Bangladesh.
What's up, brother?
All right. I'm an old school DJ from San Antonio. I just had a couple quick questions. Give you your flowers for all the beats that you've made in the past and the beats that you're still making and stuff like that. I really dig your sound. And I was just wanting to know, first of all, every time a lot of your songs, you open it up with the Bangladesh, and where'd you get that name from? And I used to think you was Indian or something, because of that Bangladesh. I was like, where is Indian coming up with all these hard beats? And then the other question is, do you know how many hits or how many beats you done made in your career?
First question, where I get the name Bangladesh. Okay, so I first produced Ludacris. That was my first hit song, What's Your Fantasy?
Oh, okay.
We were all in a clique, you know what I'm saying? So we was moving around. Some of the members in the group, in the crew, would use that to describe cool stuff. Like, man, that's Bangladesh. When we was on the road, we'd be like, man, let's take it to Room Bangladesh. I don't know, it just came from, I don't know, it's something we would say. And I didn't have a production name. I was going by my government. And I didn't prepare for that part. I wasn't thinking about that part. I was always like thinking about perfecting my craft. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about like all the extra stuff, like, ooh, what my name gonna be, or what's this, or my tag, and nothing. Like, I think that's how they process it now. Like young producers, they have their tag, they have the cool name before they even perfected they style or they even have a style. You know what I'm saying? So I was always like trying to perfect my craft. So I didn't. When I made What's Your Fantasy, it happened real fast. So I wasn't prepared as far as having a name. So it came later, and I like organic stuff, so I didn't want to force nothing. So I used to dream about it, like damn Bangladesh. Then like anytime like I would play my beats for artists, they would always say, "Man, that's different. Man, that's different. Man, I'm gonna have to take this home and write to this. Man, I don't know. Man, that's different." So I would hear that a lot. Like they would like it, but they didn't know what to do with it. So Bangladesh, it just all made sense. Like it's a foreign country. People say my shit different. Oh, it's foreign to the ear.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
The bang in it. Like I think I was heavy on the drums. I do a lot with the 808. Bang. Bangladesh, bang the best. So it all started just making sense. The second question, what was your second question?
About how many hits you have, or how many in your arsenal, what's in your catalog, how many songs have you made?
To be honest, I don't even know, man. I don't even be counting how many hits I have. I couldn't tell you, but you can go to my website and it'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? You can go to my website.
Google will tell you everything nowadays.
Yeah. I can't really tell you off the top how many hits I have, but it's in the atmosphere.
All right. Well, keep on doing your thing.
Thank you, man.
But thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I just trip like for all the other producers I know, they got just gigs upon gigs upon gigs of just beats in a vault too. You know what I mean? So
oh man,
it's bananas for you.
It's so many beats nobody's heard because like that's the shooting in the gym part. Like
yeah, right.
You see the game where you see the game when you're hitting, but all the shooting in the gym, all the exercise, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that nobody wants or nobody even heard, or maybe the timing ain't caught up yet. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, like beats be so ahead of their time, it takes years for you to pull it out and people notice what it is. I can give a person a beat last year, they'll call like 2-3 years. Oh man, you got this. Like I did a song for I did a song for Busta Rhymes in 2009 with Missy on it. It's called Get It. It's called Get It. It's Missy, Busta, and Kelly Rowland. You can look it up. I made that beat in 2009. He put it out in 2018. And it's crazy. Like it goes crazy. Like it's crazy, bro. Like
I remember that.
I was like, that roster alone is nuts. You know what I mean?
But sometimes, man, like things ain't ready for the moment. You gotta wait for stuff.
From a creative process, because I know we're in the day and age emailing beats and all that type of stuff. Like, would you? I think I know the answer, but is it always more preferable for you to get in the studio with somebody and vibe together?
Yeah, definitely. I would rather, yeah, definitely. I like to sell my energy. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like I'm jumping around the studio, standing on table. It's just like I can read you better to produce you better.
Hell yeah.
I can't like just sending beats, you shooting in the dark. Unless the artist requests you and really want to work with you, like, yo, I want to fuck with Bang. Then it's easy. It's easier to send them beats because like they're already open to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? They already expect what they're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like I like to be in the room. I already know what I'm gonna play. I just want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a type of person or producer that's gonna run through 20 beats to get to that 21 beat. I'm gonna play the first beat. You're gonna be like, oh shit. The first 2-3 beats, oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. They say everybody know right in like the first 10 seconds that they fucking with it, right?
Producers do. Like beat makers,
yeah.
niggas play beats, 20 beats. They get to the 21 and like that's the one. I'm like, nigga, you should have played that the first time. Yeah, so I definitely would rather be in the room with certain artists. You know what I'm saying?
So that being said, did Beyonce smell good?
Beyonce, everything's good about Beyonce. The money good.
The energy's good. The aura's good.
Ain't good. Like people need to study Beyonce to be honest. You know, like people that want to be iconic, I don't think like they know. Like I've had artists, like new artists, young artists, come to me and say, "I want to be like Beyonce. I want to be like Beyonce," but they don't even want to work too much. You know what I'm saying? Like they come and do that little thing and then they go. It's like you'll never, you don't even know what you're saying. Like you don't even know. Like I said, they don't see the shooting in the gym. They just see her on the stage. But even this, it's like these new artists can't even take constructive criticism. They don't even know how to handle anything uncomfortable. They're gonna fold up. They're gonna not like you no more. They're gonna go to somebody that's telling them something good or something nice. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce, you see them tapes where Matthew be in their ass.
Yeah.
Get up, y'all ain't. Oh hell no, yeah. And Beyonce be calm. She be calm, and she turned to the Destiny Child. Like, okay, we're gonna do. And go back out there and do it again, and do it again, and do it again, and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different, bro. That's different. That's the era I come from. Like being criticized and to perfection. You know what I'm saying? You grew up in the church, the choir, boy, the niggas be off key. You be like, boy, the choir directors be going crazy on you, yo. You see, like, even like James Brown days, like James Brown used to would smack his musicians, nigga, if they played the wrong notes. And doc they pay. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen the story where Dallas Austin talks about his dad? Because his dad used to play for James Brown. James Brown come in the room, niggas, bro. Like, you played the wrong note. you fucking up my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying smacking people. I'm just saying like that's what niggas used to put up with. Like the niggas used to stay there and take it and do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what made him great. That's what made him great. And that's what, like I said, I respect the fact that even you talking about like your vision. You have an idea for a vision, we're gonna get it there. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. I love it. I had to ask though. I had to ask because you know what I mean, you talk about being in the studio with Beyonce. It just looked like she constantly smelled good, dog. You know what I'm saying?
See, you finna get canceled. You say one more thing about how Beyonce smell.
I'm complimenting. You know what I'm saying? I'm complimenting. Let me shut up. Let me shut up.
Jay-Z get a hold of this audio. Gonna shut your lights off.
Jesse, you there? Jesse Irby, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Word.
So, shout out to Bangladesh for being on the call today. Big fan of your work and everything. And I followed your career for years now. And the question I want to ask, I just found out something today. Coming from Columbus, Ohio, working for Urban One here in Columbus Market. And I just found out today that a guy from the city made Mason's Welcome Back, but he's not under the credits. So I know in the past you dealt with some, issues with, the politics of making sure your paperwork and all that type of stuff. How can artists in general, not even producers, but how can artists protect themselves and be able to gain and receive their proper notoriety in this day and age? Because Welcome Back was what, 2011, 12 maybe? So times have definitely changed, but how can artists protect themselves, to make sure that they're given their credit and given their just due and not being jerked? I know the music industry, everybody says everybody gets jerked, but how can people avoid that?
So, like there's so many like different storylines. You never know, like, I would have to have more backstory because like it's weird that somebody's name or don't get a credit. It's like, what did they not do? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, did you agree to this and you're mad now? Or did they just steal your shit and you ain't got no attorney? Like, cause if like, I just don't understand this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta have an attorney off rip. So I can't see your beat being stolen if you have legal representation. You know
right. And like I'm still trying to figure it out to this day because he's in the video. he's in the Welcome Back video.
He had to agree to something. People don't be telling you the full story, bro. They only tell you some of it to make you feel they side. You know what I'm saying? People will agree to stuff up front because they so eager to be a part of something. Then later on, something, the money ran out or they ain't cool no more. Then you want to be, oh, he did this, or they did this, and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to know like more details of these actual events that happen because like off the rip, I'm gonna tell you, you need an attorney. So if you got an attorney and you sending out music and a person actually uploads your shit and they running with your shit and it's out in the video and you're in the video, it don't make sense.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Like it don't make sense because now you got a lawsuit. Now you got press. Now you in interviews and be like, man, this nigga stole my shit. The person that stole your shit don't want that to happen. The artists don't want that to happen. So I can't see this being like a situation where a motherfucker just, I just stole your beat in front of you and come get in the video. Like, come on, man. It just don't be making no sense. You need more. Just need more storyline to know like what really happened. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so to make this, I guess in a sense, this is my last question. In the sense of personal for you, where you can give us some information about your experience. So when the situation happened with the Cash Money situation for your record and everything like that, you seem to remain cool. I don't remember seeing like any tweets or anything like that. I actually met you once in person at A3C. What was that, like 2016, 2017, like when Wayne was there. And you was just off in the crowd, just chilling by yourself, no entourage. I'm like, wait, that's Bangladesh. You was over there just chilling. So you seem to be a mild man and a calm person. But in that moment, how did you hold your composure? Because obviously the game is built off relationships. So if you went off the rail or something like that, can mess up something down the road. and obviously you have success now to this day, but how were you able to keep your composure in that trying time? You know what I mean? To still look forward to what's next.
Like what you mean in like the issues I had with Cash Money?
Yeah, like because I mean that took obviously
like
some time.
And dealing with that.
Yeah, like how were you able to hold your head, you know what I'm saying, and still stay focused on your grind and still build out your career?
That's easy because at the end of the day, like nothing was stolen. You know what I'm saying? It's not a situation like you described. So what happened is that it was something that wasn't paid out. So like it's like, say we made some money, but you got the money. And you gave me my part yet.
Okay.
And then you got the money and you looking at the money, like, man, shit, oh, and you just in your mind, you just decided to say, man, fuck that nigga, I'm finna go. Shit. It was more like that. It's not like a bad deal or something I didn't do right or something that I agreed to and didn't, it's not nothing like that. It was just some
yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. But even in that moment, if you're owed something, and you know how life goes, life can go up and down. Some things have been owed.
Well, like
you seem to keep your composure throughout that whole time. Like
I dealt with it the way I dealt with it, and it's like those interviews I was doing actually made it. Actually made them pay me. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't my plan to go do interviews about it. I never set up an interview to go cat or bash them. It turned into that because like I be asked questions, and back then I wasn't privy to like how journalists operate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like a real nigga. I'm not an industry nigga. So if you ask me a question about something that, like if you say, man, what you think about this? And I ain't fucking with that, I'm gonna be like, man, fuck them. And that's what happens. So when they hear a nigga say fuck Cash Money, the journalist, that's like clickbait. So they're like, oh shit, Bangladesh said da, 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 and they like dismiss the whole interview and just run with this shit, and it just spreads over the internet. So then once it spreads over the internet, it gets to the actual niggas I was talking to or said this about. So they don't want this to be the storyline. So you niggas work it out. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh man, come hey man, come down to come get this check. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it wasn't never like it's always been misconstrued. Like I never worry about the money because like the paperwork says what it need to say. So you're going to eventually get the money. You know what I'm saying? It's just that like niggas was acting like like it wasn't even what they was saying. I was told from somebody else, a big time dude in the industry, a publisher, that they don't pay royalties. He's like, oh man, and he said it casually, like, oh man, don't worry about that because they don't even pay royalties. I'm like, what? Hell nah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just a natural calm person, you know what I'm saying? So being anything outside of who you really are is not really, you're being controlled at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like your emotions control you. So I'm always calm. I think if the conversation is brought up or something, then I'm gonna express how I feel about it. But in today's time, like how I know how shit work now, I'm not gonna say the wrong thing for a journalist to abuse. You know what I'm saying? So
Got you.
even though I want to say it, I'm not going to allow them to benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a moment that kind of hurt, because we could have did a lot more work. You know what I'm saying? Even 6 foot, 7 foot, like that was after the internet thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, he said this, but they working again. Oh, they still work. You know what I'm saying? We made another hit. But it wasn't, I didn't give 6 foot 7 to Lil Wayne. Somebody else did. So I wasn't even a part of it, to be honest, because like that experience just backed me away from that. So I'm like, nah, when I made that beat, I didn't know who to give that beat to. I had that beat for months and I knew what it was. But I never thought about him because of that situation. So I didn't know who, I'm like, I just had this beat. And I was talking to somebody one day, I'm talking to this publisher dude. I like, man, I got this beat, man, it's one of them. Oh man, send it to me, send it to me. He's thinking like, he's telling me about T.I. needs something, this person needs something. And he sends it to the person that represents them. But this person that represents them represents Wayne too. So when he sent it for the intentions of this person, the person he sent it to is like, this Wayne, no, hey, you know what I'm saying? So that's how Wayne got 6 foot 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? Wayne also had Did It On Him beat.
Oh wow.
Wayne had that beat before 6 foot 7 foot. Wayne recorded that beat. Wayne felt like that was gonna be a Wayne single. And he played it all. He played it all the time. Like it was gonna be one of them. You know what I'm saying? He felt like that. But then he went to jail for that year. And I just had the beat. So I was still like play it for people. I was still like going around studio playing it for people. Then one day, I recorded it on Game, West Coast Game. He killed that song. Like he made he made one of the best Game songs I ever heard on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it though.
Oh, I was about to say, like
I don't have it. I wish I had it. But I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to him using this beat because like I've never heard Game like this. I never heard it was hard. Like it was so hard. He didn't end up, nothing ever came from that. I was waiting for something to happen, time was going on. Then I sent it, and I guess this nigga's name is a sensitive subject now, but Diddy was like working on his project. I went to his crib, I gave him a CD, I played him some beats. Did It On Him beat was on there. This is the time where he was managing Nicki. So when I left, I guess he played the beat for Nicki. So Nicki had the beat and she did the song. And that's how I was working with another Cash Money artist. You know what I'm saying? So she asked me for the beat. And I said, you know, that's Wayne's beat. And she was like, no, I talked to him and he said I can have it. He said I could use it. Then I was like, no, you don't pay royalties. No, everything's straight, everything's good, everything's gonna be fine, everything. Like, so she is doing that. I let her rock with it, you know what I'm saying? So when Wayne got out of jail, he was in an interview. Wayne was in an interview, and he was talking about two things he mentioned in his interview about when he was gone away during his time. He said one thing. He said one of his mans smashed his girl. Then he said, I don't know how Nikki got my beat.
Oh, wow.
So he felt like niggas was just taking from him when he was locked up. So I don't think Nikki ever had this conversation with him. I think she just told me that to get him, you know what I'm saying? But
wow,
it worked out, man, you know, like
absolutely.
You know,
Classic was made.
Did it on like it's really Nicki's only urban song on that first album.
Mm-hmm.
She had like all pop records. So when that come on, like it's like that's female's favorite record. You know what I'm saying? So
factual.
I think she did her thing to it. And I never had heard what Wayne did, and I ain't got what Game did.
Fire.
That's a story. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that be the music game. It's always ask for forgiveness, not permission. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right on. Good look, Jesse. Good look. I like the sweater, by the way, Raider Nation.
Oh, we still
here.
hey,
we still
Devontae left, but
going.
you already know what it is, man. We still holding it down.
Yeah.
We still holding it down.
Still and always. Yeah, but Bang, let's run a record real quick. We got sent this one in right now from you. So if it's cool, we'll run this bust down.
Bust down Grammy, yeah, we won't run that. This is my rap shit.
Okay.
It's totally different from the production that you just played. This is like I love this shit.
And is this gonna be on the upcoming album?
My rap shit.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be on the album of the song you just played with B King. That's something.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay, word. But this one will be.
Yeah.
Okay, word. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah. I've been working smarter, not harder. Hate niggas, why would I bother? Most of your styles I father. Been at the top, but I buy floor seats for me and someone's daughter. Push the shit to the limit so much that I can't go farther. Made $1 million a weekend, that's without the Carter. Bitch, AMG Benz, I used to ride the Marta. Fur coat, exotic, dope, I'm dodging 12 and Peter. No one in the world ain't fucking with me, I feel like Anita. Yeah, putting all this time up in my art. I need more riches, I ain't impressed by having hoes. Can't deal with all them broke bitches. Fuck the rain, I got the top down while I'm in Miami. Fuck a chain, I buy a Cuban and bust down a Grammy. Yeah, fuck a chain, I buy a Cuban and bust down a Grammy. This ain't for everybody, need some paper just to feel this. If I ain't did nothing else, I always spoke some real shit. Know at any time that I can hit that kill switch and jump off in that deep end, I promise I won't feel shit. Imagine if I never took the risk to build this. I've been down to my last, my kids will never feel this. Let me pop my shit, I became an idol. Yeah, really made hits, y'all just went viral. Hey, really made M's, y'all just hold titles. Yeah, been through plenty whips and I own every title. Hey, they say never, nobody never on my shit. And I ain't never had a cosign. Parking speeding tickets, I pay both fines, I'm in Miami. Fuck a chain, I buy a Cuban and bust down the Grammy. Yeah, fuck a chain, I buy a Cuban and bust down the Grammy. This ain't for everybody, need some paper just to feel this. If I ain't did nothing else, I always spoke some real shit.
Talk your shit there, Bang.
Hey.
Talk your shit there. That's hard right there. That is hard.
I can tell how you hold the chain a little bit. I was like, yeah, you fucking with that shit right there.
Yeah, man.
Real shit now, like ain't no real shit going on no more.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Talk it. So I just want to make sure we drop these details. We got the album coming February, correct?
Yeah.
All right. The P print.
Yeah, the P print definitely coming in February.
All right, word. Now, is this gonna be all you rapping, or we got you behind just?
P print is the Beat King.
Okay.
The P print is really like a strip club, more adult type of sound, like more P print. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The moose knuckle.
Moose knuckle.
Yeah.
So my moose knuckle.
Shouts to Glorilla. What's up, Jeannie? Chime in, Jeannie.
I just wanted to know if there was anything you wanted to get off your chest. I mean, that's all.
I think he said it all in that joint.
No, but I have to ask you, because you're definitely someone who works off of energy. And this is what I hear, and I'm in here 35 years. So a lot of things you're saying, I'm like, yes. And I'm on the executive side of things. I'm not I'm not a DJ or anything, but my question is a question I have not asked in so long. Have you, because I did not see it in your discography, I did not hear it in your catalog, have you ever done anything with reggae or dancehall, whether it's production or collaboration or anything? And would you be interested in doing none of that? Because you voice Busta and Missy. So that's my question.
I actually I do music, like I do rhythms, whatever rhythm is necessary for the music. Like I really produce. So if I have my loop going and I hear the drums doing reggae, or if I hear the drums doing some dance hall, that's what I do. But it's never gonna be like that. It's gonna have like certain elements of it, but it's gonna be me. It's Bangladesh, and I'm such a drum heavy dude. Like my bounces, my rhythms change, so I could be doing rhythms that I don't even notice this is a genre of something. You know what I'm saying? Until like, oh, that's this, oh, that's that. You know what I'm saying? So I do have music that has Afro beat, reggae. You just ain't heard it yet. It just ain't came out yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's a grind getting to other things. And these are inventions. So people, they record them. We go in the studio and record them, but they ain't came out yet. I have something crazy with I should have played that, to be honest. I got some crazy shit with Mario that is like Afro beatish, but it's crazy. Like nobody's doing these drums like this. And he just dropped this song called man, I'm like, bro, I ain't knocking them, but this shit ain't this. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to play it though.
Hey, shoot it over. We run it right now.
Send
it over.
I don't want to play it though, you know. But I'm gonna send it.
I'm feeling like you should. At this point.
We're not gonna tell. It'll just be between us.
I'm gonna send it. Yeah, hold on. It ain't.
Yeah, I just want to give you some flowers, man, because I love how you talk about your music and talk about your creativity. I mean, like you said, beyond, I just think like music has got depreciated over the years, that people just don't,
depreciated. It's so like boring and dumbed down, and everybody's just doing the same thing. And I don't think, and I feel like, and I'm not saying,
he's here somewhere.
I'm not saying that stuff is not relevant or out there. It's just that why we gotta dig for it? Why it ain't in our face like it used to be? I like when I came up, we had a variety of things just hitting you, it's just right there. Now, if you want to hear something that is different than the rest, you gotta go search for it. You gotta find it. it's not relevantly in your face sitting right there. But there's people still doing authentic stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just not highlighted. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're the ones who've been around, like I said, like yourself, man, 30 years. And I think that's the thing about it is like, even going back to how you was talking about, you know, I mean, pretty much like the day the superstar is gone because everybody got too much access to everybody. So with that being said, it's like, I feel like people don't put the care and the importance into the actual craft of the music anymore. Cause it's like, I don't really need the music because I'm getting brand money over here because I got 2-3 million followers. So let me just do this part-time over here, But you know, but that's what, like I said, man. And you know, I'm gonna say her name in the most respect, but that's why Beyonce is Beyonce. You know what I mean? You have had an illustrious 30-year career. You know, like Kendrick's gonna be around, you know what I mean? All that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's people who do this music shit for real. And I think there's a lot of people who look at it like a hustle. You know, and unfortunately right now the people I think doing it like a hustle are the ones who are getting the most attention, which sucks ass in a major way.
The data proves that real music it stands the test of time, it sells the most. It proved, the data proves it. Like they be trying to 42 fake us to think that this shit don't sell or don't work. But the data proves itself. You know what I'm saying? Like you see like the beef that just happened, right? Or the two Kendrick, Drake. You see like the outcome of the fight. You see a nigga pop out, he ain't really sweated yet. He just like, he got people behind him that just support him. They ain't on payroll, but they'll do anything for him. You got the other, he's like, you got niggas on payroll. Then like you see him today, he's skinnier. You know how when you
he looking a little worn in the face. He look a little worn in the face right about now.
Weird. It's like, when you lose a girlfriend and you skin, you can't eat. It's just different, bro. Like it's like God against. I ain't even gonna say it. It's like God.
Yeah.
There's always something that trumps, bro. Like, it's just different. Good music stands the test of time. Like, Outkast sold 10 million albums, bro. 10 million. Niggas ain't selling no albums, bro. These niggas not selling no albums. J. Cole sells out stadiums. He don't even try to make radio songs. J. Cole, that was another nigga right there. He a nigga that just do him. He just do him. He don't wear chains. He ain't got no fancy shit on. Like he just come out when he want to. He talk about the shit he want to. He rap on the beats he want to. He tells this story about when he first got in the game and he was going to an award show, and they had the label had a stylist for him, and they put this shit on, and he wasn't comfortable, and he's like, man, I don't know. And they forced him to do it, so he went along with it, which is you could get trapped in going along with the flow instead of doing you. And he did it that one time. Then he went to the award show, and there was another nigga with the same outfit on.
Oh, damn.
So he's like, fuck that shit. Like, I'm going to just do me from here on out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that do them, man. Like, do you. Even if whatever kind of music you doing, do you, bro. Like, do you.
All right, well, let's do you a little more. We got this Mario joint.
Oh man, this is Mario?
Yeah, we got to do this. We got to do this for you. All right. Bangladesh, rock it with us. You built this up. Here we go. Let's see the vision.
Down.
But can we make this last? All this time you giving lessons when you know that I teach you the best. I know you got stories, your eyes tell me don't look. My heart's on the table, prepared for you. Like waves in the ocean, get lost in the push. You're deep in emotion, I'm deep in you. Get your mind out of the way, baby, feel me, it's just better. In your body I escape, I know healing you brings treasure. I know when it's fake, I know when it's real. Tell me you relate, I'll give all of myself if you will. Who do you love? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Who do you love? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I know you got stories, your eyes tell me don't look. My heart's on the table, prepared for you. Like waves in the ocean, get lost in the push. You're deep in emotion, I'm deep in you. Push your mind out of the way, baby, feel me, it's just better. It's better, your body I escape. I know healing you brings treasure. I know when it's fake, I know when it's real. Tell me you relate, follow myself if you will. Who do you love? Are you sure? Baby, are you sure? Are you sure? Girl, is it me you love? Are you sure? I need to know. Are you sure? Are you sure?
That's ugly face from the jump. That's ugly face from the jump. Yo, fam, that's the lead single.
This nigga just put out this goofy ass. I ain't gonna talk about it.
Bro, that's the one, not the two, my
That's
G.
the one.
That's the one, not the two, my G. Run that.
Yo, that's going in the Serato right now. You know what I mean? But
Shit I go through. This is the shit I go through. I go in these rooms. I bust them. I come out with gems, and I leave, and they go and do something. They go put some goofy shit out. Like what is we doing? Like what? Like I thought this was the music business. Like you want the best results. I thought you were supposed to give the best results. Like I should be employee of the month. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that record just feels like that has so much potential,
Man,
especially again with the wave of Afrobeat and all that right now. But it's just so different with the drums right there, bro.
That's why I was trying to tell you.
Yes.
That's that bang effect right there. That's that bang effect.
That shit is hard. That shit is hard. Swerve, you there, Swerve?
Shut me down.
You know what I mean?
Shit. To answer your question.
To answer your question, GD, a little something in the vault for you.
Yeah, I hear you got the trips, them kicks on the trip. You know,
man,
yeah, and I could tell it's an NPC sound. You know what I'm saying? Only certain people that knows the warm sounds coming from a machine, especially the older models. They'll know the sound. One of the things I want to ask you, I don't know if anyone asked you, are you interested in teaching, or have you done a master class yet, or are you willing to in the future do one?
Yeah, I've done a few master classes at Patchwork Recordings in Atlanta. But I'm always open to teaching. I like to answer questions. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to talk. I like to answer questions. I like to give you information. You know what I'm saying? So
here's a great one. Are you gonna do you know about I forget what his series is called, but he's in Atlanta. Damn, I can't get his name right now. the producer. He worked with Jeezy and everything. He got a episode that he do. I want to.
Shawty Low. I mean, Shawty Red.
No. Damn, why can't I get his name? Don Cannon.
Oh yeah.
Don Cannon. Yeah, he got a show.
Yeah, he asked me to be on there. I just ain't went on there yet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna ask what, because I know most of the time they touch most of the how the biggest song. I don't know if it's gonna be the Millie or one of the others. When I guess whenever you do be up there, you know, they usually go through the recreation of the beat and how did they come about with that. And I always watch that. His series is a great way of you know, getting the producers that have the hits and stuff like that, and displaying those producers out there. And I love watching it and seeing the machines that they use. You know, I think his go-to weapon was the ASRX. I remember when I had that, and a couple of other people had an MPC. You know, whether it was the ASR 10 or things like that. So I can't wait to, you know, if you definitely be on, I can't wait to see that. You know, and you know, see that process.
I'm gonna definitely listen.
Yeah, man. All right, man.
I like that call. I like that he hit me about it. But what I would have loved more that he hit me about was some of that work they got over.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't jump into it too quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, call me about Uzi Vert or the white boy or something. Like, I kind of felt the way I ain't gonna talk to him.
C Styles, what's happening? You was on mute, G. Here you go.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Bangle Jess, kudos, man.
What's up, brother?
This is C Styles Super Friends Coalition Atlanta.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So my question is, we hearing all this good shit right now, right?
Yeah.
You ain't bring it to New Music Mondays yet. What's up?
Yeah, we've been talking about that. Me and my team been talking about.
You know, you need to come through and holler at us, man.
This is like, I feel like that's a certain thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the first song he played, like the Beat King thing, I feel like that is New Music Mondays type shit.
The Beat King record and the Afro Beats record.
Yeah, but see, I just really just played that for y'all. That ain't really my shit, but to be honest, I might just leak that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Let's leak it. Let's leak it.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never been a leak. I've never been a leaker. You know what I'm saying?
You might have to be a leaker.
You might have to be a leaker on this one, dog.
I might have to be.
You might have to fuck around and be a leaker.
I might have to be a leaker.
Wait. Can y'all be kind of easy with the word? That's a pause. It's like the whole. Come on.
That is a pause. That is a pause. See, until you said it, I wasn't even thinking about that right there.
Right. Nah.
But yeah, you know, I might get that shit mixed and mastered, bro. I might, yeah, man, because sometimes you gotta force the issue with these niggas, man. They don't even be knowing.
You know, I'm gonna rock it with you, and you know, Coalition is gonna rock it with you. So you might as well go ahead and send that my way. I got you.
Yeah, okay. All right, good. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm C Style. You can hold me to anything. Everybody know me.
Yeah.
I get down.
I bet.
Hands down.
We on it. I appreciate
it. Yeah, man. Earl, did you want to chime in?
Nah, my bad. Actually, my joint came off mute, but in general, much respect to you, Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying? Really appreciate your contributions towards music, towards hip hop, and just rhythm and whatnot in general. God damn. I did have a question, but since I'm on the spot, you know, just hearing like the evolution of your sound, like over time, right? Like you've always had something that's had like, to the earlier conversation about just quality and authenticity, and that kind of being like the spine of music, and that quality always like shining through. I feel like you're one of the producers that have been able to stick to like an authentic sound while still pushing boundaries and still trying things that are different. And it is really dope to hear that within this track with Mario. Not to ask you something like where do you see your sound going, but just in terms of music that's been like catching your attention and getting you excited past like what we already know and everything that we already consume. Like any genres that are kind of like not for you to give up any recipe, secret sauce, but like genres that you've been picking up, you know what I'm saying? Things that you're excited about outside of like the obvious sphere of music that we're in right now.
Like no, man, like I'm such an abroad type of thinker. Whatever I feel, I do, but I don't think genres when I produce. I don't think, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So like the Mario joint, like you could probably consider it Afrobeat, but that was the rhythm that the spirit told me to do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was actually trying to make Afrobeat or nothing. And it's still like, I still do me. So it's like, I feel like it's not really that, but anytime you have that, you know, this is gonna be considered a certain thing. But I don't really chase waves, man. I just do me. I feel like I'm ahead of my time. So it's like you just gotta wait for things to catch up to you. I feel like that's the uniqueness and the beauty of what I possess. It don't get old. Like it doesn't get old. Like it's the nucleus of what it should be. Like it's still inspirational. It's still big. It's still like powerful. So I never had to like get on the wave thing. I was just talking about even like fashion, right? You know how like fashion trends change. You know, niggas is wearing bell bottoms now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I hear people say like fashion forward. Like I'm in the fashion forward. And when they say that, it's like whatever is going on right now, they doing it. And you see people change all the time. Like my style never changed. Like you never see me in the bit, like you'll never see me in these waves. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I make music. That's how I think. Like I'm what you see is what it is. Like anybody that knew me from then, it's the same nigga. Like it's not different. You're never gonna see me doing something that ain't me. Like I'm the wave.
Right. Now that's dope. I appreciate that. And just to your point, like with the production and not needing to chase waves, like I mean, that's something that completely different music, but we seen that when you got the go-go influence to Anne Marie's joint, and then that gets sampled for Beyonce's Crazy in Love. Like Crazy in Love isn't considered a go-go song, it's a song. You know what I'm saying? And like the song with you and Mario, it's not necessarily Afrobeat string, but it's something that I think is flexible, and y'all could get play with that from wherever in the club to like Ibiza. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope that you're able to take different elements of other sounds and still make it sound natural, and not like you chasing the trend. So congrats on that. And yo, if you're hitting the road anytime soon, man, let us know.
Where you at?
I'm down Mexico City.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on down here, but I mean, we're all located all over the states in North America. But now, happy to support and just happy that you're on the call for real and sharing everything with us.
It was good talking to you.
Much love.
No doubt. Court, man, want to thank you again, tapping in, bringing the bang on, man. Bang to Dash, like I said, just crazy resume. Like I said, I love the energy, brother. You know what I mean? And I hope you continue to sell that energy on these people, you know what I'm saying? Because they need it in their life. We need it in this music game, you know what I mean? Like I said, music just seems to be getting depreciated, man. And I just love the fact that it means something more to you than just a check or a bag. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell in what you put out, man. So
thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. So listen, I know you said the Mario record's not yours, but that other one, the Grammy joint.
It's mine. It's mine.
All right, it's yours now. It's yours now. That's right.
we finna get that mix and master.
Let's
we
get
gonna
it.
Have it to all the DJs because they want it. That's what they want.
Now that record's out, bro. Like
Have you heard his new song?
Mario's? Yeah. No. Which one?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Hey, well, shout out Des Moines, man. Shout out Des Moines, Iowa. You feel me? Bangladesh and T-Bar.
The illest nigga in Des Moines.
That's right. That's right. Well, bless up to you, man. Like I said, I wish you the best for the rest of the year. Top of the year, dropping a project?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll be looking for it for sure.
The rap project I'm dropping in December.
Oh, okay, word. Well, Court, you know we here, man. Bring him back. Let's run through some more records.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of work ahead of us, man. So we're gonna end the year with the rap shit, and then we're gonna follow up the top of the year with the stuff that the youngins like, and we're gonna keep it going. And then everybody, we're gonna come into your marketplace soon.
We're gonna have that Mario next week for you.
Yes. Oh, see now that's when you're gonna have me in trouble. So that's what we doing
next week. Let's get in trouble.
Let's get in trouble. Let's run
get
it
in
out.
trouble.
That's it. Bangladesh Records. You heard it first. So, Mario.
Hey. Who do you love? It's coming to next week.
You got the fire started here. We're gonna get it started. Let's get it popping.
Yeah. Well, the DJ's got your back, brother. So like I said, let us know when that pack is available. We start spreading it like wildfire for sure.
Thank you, man.
All right, Bang. Stay safe out there in the A. Love to Des Moines.
Thank you, man.